Surprise talk. Hello everyone. How you doing? Nix, are you there?
Hello.
Oh my god, we got Nix.
Here.
Woo! How's everyone? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good time zones.
Good evening.
Hello,
Wherever you are,
chatters.
give hello.
Hello, Ero. Mwah. Hello, Nana. Hello, Anton. Hello, Nix. You're in my chat as well. Let's go. Hello, Ella. That gamer, not that gamer. That gamer. Hello, everyone. How's your day, Nix? What time is it for you? Do you want to tell everyone?
It is 7 in the morning.
When did you wake up? Do you want to tell everyone?
I woke up at 4:30.
Why do you wake up at 4:30?
Okay, well, first of all, I couldn't sleep because I was scared that I was going to sleep through this.
Let's go. 8 teaspoons low, Mr. T.
My first. Hello, Mr. Teaspoons.
All gamers.
I'm glad that my link worked. I was like, did I do this right?
I think you did.
Well, first of all, I was so scared that I was going to sleep through this, and so I set 20 alarms.
Oh my god.
And I was just so nervous and excited that I could not sleep. I told you I wouldn't be able to sleep.
She lives, as you can see on her side, she lives on coffee and energy drinks, basically.
I do. I do. So I woke up at 4:30 and I'm like looking at my phone and I was like, why do I not have any notifications? And then I look at the little Wi-Fi symbol and it just tells me I don't have any Wi-Fi. So I go into my settings, just like, oh, connected without Wi-Fi. And I'm thinking, oh, it's going to be an easy fix. Let me just go downstairs, turn off the router, turn it back on. And like, I do this like 10 times.
Oh no.
And nothing works. And then I'm like, finally, I think there's something wrong with the provider. So I go online and I send them a text message and they're just like, oh, your Wi-Fi is out right now, so we can't do anything. And there's like, contact us back during business hours, and business hours don't start until 9 a.m.
Well, we're gonna solve this after the podcast. Also, we gotta hydrate. Thank you, Anton, for the hydrate. Nix, drink water, elf. Did you drink?
I got water.
You need to drink the water.
I got water. We're drinking.
Go. So welcome everyone to this weekly series of podcast called NVP, Nameless VTuber Podcast, that my hat conveniently is going to hide. We have our guest here in the middle. We don't know what the name is. If you give us names for the mushroom in the middle, on Nix's side is a bunny. You'll meet the bunny next week. We're gonna do this every week on someone else's channel. So thanks to the technical issues that Nix has, which is very common in VTubers, it's gonna start in my channel.
Yes.
Next week we're gonna be on Nix's channel.
Originally, we wanted to both stream at the same time, but I really woke up and life decided to say, we're not going to give you Wi-Fi today. Of all the days to not give me Wi-Fi.
Very convenient because I didn't know. I felt uncomfortable asking, do we start on my channel, on your channel? What do we do? And then, yeah, life decided for us. That's perfect. I proposed calling the mushroom Tommy.
Tommy?
Mechshroom. I'm going to put the list of names, then we're going to do a poll. We got Tommy.
Mechshroom?
We got Mechshroom.
Mushy Mechshroom.
Mushy Mechshroom. Give us more names. Mushy. The best name, we'll award you a praise from Nix.
Oh. Oh?
Oh.
Huh?
Huh? You wanna start by introducing each other? You wanna me introducing you, you introducing me?
Do you want to do it that way?
Yeah, I think it's a lot more fun. You know, I think in the last month or so, I figured that introducing each other in collabs is so much more fun.
Okay.
So this is Nix. She's an elf VTuber. Nix Oleanders. She's 90 billion years old. She plays games. She does ASMR study streams with keyboard ASMR. She's also a mushroom. Not this mushroom. She's an Amanita mushroom. She has been cursed by a witch to be a mushroom. She's also really cute, really adorable. And she's 4 feet tall, as you can see here. she's really small. Look small. Wee, small. Also, she wakes up at 4 a.m. Nobody knows why. And she currently lives on coffee and energy drinks.
That is accurate. Tea too. I have tea this morning.
Yes, and I forgot to give a shout out, so we're gonna do it now. Nix, Oleanders. So Nix, time for you to introduce me.
So this is Elboim Mimic. He is a D20 dice who is currently in a human form right now with blue hair and a hat that wants to eat people. He tried to eat me earlier. So the hat stays over there. He likes to make many body pillows and t-shirts with people trapped inside, as well as arranging a lot of D&D games between a lot of different VTubers. That is a feat.
Wait,
that is something that no one can beat.
We're talking about feet?
He also has a thing with feet. He's asked me for feet pictures. On multiple occasions.
I can explain that, but I don't think people want to hear the explanation, so let's go with that. I think feet are so stupid that it's funny. I'm gonna double down. Miriyuki, you guys are silly. Yeah, that's the idea. Oh, I want to try the guest star thing. Let's try this. Next, open guest star. And then I'm gonna get your name. Got it. Activity will be recorded. Okay. Got it. Invite guest.
Hello.
Nix Oleanders. You should get an invite in Twitch. Maybe in your Twitch app.
Oh. I would have to, let's see, let me drop the screen share.
Screen share?
You still have screen share on.
I don't know. And if you... Oh, my screen share. Yeah. You know, I can stop this to get more resources because we don't need... We don't really need a screen share. I'm just gonna chat. Ooh. But... Guest star slot getting ready. Nice. And then we hopefully will see it properly. Don't forget to say that he likes to small... What? Small... legal girl. I do like small girls. I'm dating someone, she needs to be physically smaller than me. Slot guest 1. Okay. We got the Nix. Nix, are you with us? Nix? We may have got Nix, but we also... Oh, trouble connecting to guest. Oh no. We may have lost Nix. Well. See, Nana, that's what happened when you mentioned the small girl. Nix, are you there? The Wi-Fi. She's supposed to be on mobile data now. Well, until Nix comes back to us. Comes back. Hello, Cocos, welcome. Oh, Nix.
Back?
Hey, welcome back.
Okay, so it looks like when you invited me to host, I can either only pick the audio from...
Oh no, we don't know we don't want the audio and video from Twitch.
I'm trying to... How do I stop it?
Can you like connect there and say no audio, no video? Camera. Oh, because you're on your phone. You know what? Never mind. Let's do it next time. Yeah, let's do it next time then. Because... Oh, you know what? Maybe... I don't know. Do you want to try the guest star? You see, everyone, we're gonna talk about this. A big issue in VTubing is the technical difficulties, and I love solving technical difficulties on stream. It's a I think great source of entertainment, and you learn a lot. Let's leave it for now. So, Nix.
Let's leave it for now. I can see the chat actually.
Yeah, that's good. So we have a list of subjects. Alice Ray, oh, we got a raid just in time.
Alice _ raid of 3 viewers.
Welcome, Raiders.
Hello, Raiders. I am Elboim Mimic, a D20 Mimic VTuber doing D&D, tarot reading, and gaming and collabs. And I'm joined by Nix Oleanders, my co-host. Nix, give us introduction.
Hello, Raiders. My name is Nix Oleander, and I'm a half light and dark elf who is definitely not a mushroom.
Let's go. And this is our first episode in the NVP Nameless VTuber podcast. And I think we're gonna start with our first topic, right?
Yep, the first topic.
First topic is VTuber names, actually. And we're gonna talk about all kind of stuff. And chat, if you have any kind of topics that you want to talk about, just give us. We have a slot for a Joker topic, so we're gonna talk about stuff that you want as well. Let's see. So, how did you come up with your VTuber name? And chat, please tell us as well if you have interesting stories about your VTuber name. So, Nix, you want to start?
Yeah. So I actually had this question come up recently quite a bit. When I was first coming up with my name, I thought about my lore and what did I really want to come out from that. And so I was just kind of like, well, I'm a half light elf and I'm a half dark elf. What are some names that either mean light or dark? And so Nyx is the goddess of darkness.
Oh. I know that from Hades.
So I went with that for my first name as Nyx, as in darkness. And then Oli, I had a hard time with my last name. I had a really hard time. I was going through different themes. I was looking at flowers. I was looking at poisonous flowers. I was looking at like dark themed or like a light themed last name, but I couldn't find anything. And then I suddenly came upon the last name Oleander, which is a pretty but dangerous poisonous flower.
Oh.
And that's just kind of like a mix of what I am. It's like I'm a light elf whose traits are beauty, elegance, they're in touch with nature, but then it has the twist of a dark side where it's deadly.
A Nyx mix.
Bright, not dark.
So you're saying that you're actually you might look bright, but you're very dark inside.
Oh, most definitely.
Oh my god, you hear that everyone for the first time. Nyx being dark, let's go.
Everyone would disagree with that statement though.
I love the arrow. One day I went into an XXX website and he got the name Arrow. And Anton, extremely small, but also my name is Anton. So, and that's really creative. I love that. Nyx with light hair. Nyx is a sunflower. Nyx is a sunflower? Let's go.
I actually do have light hair right now because I dyed it brown. Like a brownish red, actually.
I also told this story recently. I don't remember to who. Maybe you? Maybe Alnichi? I had a few really interesting conversations lately with VTubers. And my name comes up a lot, Mimic. So my in real life human name is Michael. And when I was a kid, you used to play pinball machines. And in pinball machines, you can only write the first, or in arcade in general, you can only write the first 3 letters of your name. So it became Mick. Hey Orion, good morning. Good noon. Good afternoon. So it became Mick. And when I became a VTuber, my VTuber mama, Miss Virus, asked me what kind of model do you want. I had no idea. So I have this giant D20 on my table. And I do D&D a lot. So I just told her, give me a D20 model. And I didn't know what to call it. So I thought, you know what? It's a Mimic. That's a D20. And only a week or 2 later, I figured, wait, Mimic, Mick might just work together perfectly. So, Mimic. And Elboim means olive tree in Polish.
Oh.
So there's this thing that in my lore, I was born from an olive tree. A magical olive tree. So we're both nature in a way.
We are.
Yeah, I'm made of wood. I'm basically Pinocchio.
It's actually really interesting because when I first started VTubing, someone had asked me if the first letter of my real name started with an N, and I said no because I went completely away from my IRL name because I wanted to stick with my lore.
Where's something?
Knows.
Let me find a stick. Where are Pinocchio nose? Okay. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Can I put a cinnamon stick or a match? Wait, there's a really good match I found here. What is this? Oh, there's so many sticks. A baseball club. Oh, you found so many things in sticks. What was that boom sound? A boom sound? I didn't hear a boom sound.
I didn't hear, unless it was my side.
Guess my costume. There's gonna be Purim soon, next week, which is the Jewish Halloween, basically. In Orion, yeah, I'm gonna have a special stream where I'm going to tell the story of Purim. And I got a lot of other YouTubers to celebrate with us. Maybe, we'll see. And
that'll be fun.
Your costume is gonna be a princess. A cowboy princess. Yeah, a cowboy. How's this nose? Arrow.
I wish I could see it.
Can see it on the
But
stream.
I have chat up right now. I can let people on.
Oh, putting a nose is harder than I thought. Like moves non-stop. Let's put this like this. Let's go. It's harder. What's harder? Yeah, I'm gonna put a costume. I'm gonna remove. Here's my costume. I'm just gonna remove my my hat and stuff. I'm gonna be normal for one stream. Okay,
oh
so
God.
this is the
I'm only reading the comments, and this is too funny without context.
It is. Your heart stick. You have a hard stick on your Mimic. Yeah. Arrow put his stick on me. You know, this is just I got used to it. This is my streams. This is how it goes usually. In a way I kinda enjoy it. Oh, we got a nice topic for you. You know what? I think we should start first with the birth of NVP. Right? The third topic.
Is that the next one?
No, the next one is the 5 Ws, but I think you know what?
Let's go to the birth of NVP.
Okay, let's go to the birth. So the next topic in line is the birth of NVP. So this Nameless vTuber podcast. I got a story. Do you wanna tell your side of the story? Then I'll tell the true side.
The true side. I think both of them are the true side, are they not?
Oh, I see.
I think it was more of we both came to an understanding is like where that miscommunication came from. But essentially, Mimic and I were talking, and Mimic had brought up the thought of like he had always wanted to do a podcast, and I told him even before I started VTubing, one of the things I wanted to do as a VTuber was to start a podcast and have guests come up and just kind of talk to them, their process, why they became a VTuber. And I proposed to Mimic, would you like to do a podcast together? That is how I remember it.
I remember the opposite, actually. I remember I always wanted to do a podcast about VTubing, but I'll be honest, it's not easy finding the correct partner for that. So, oh yeah. Nana send me something. I want to show this to everyone, just in general, because I think it's great to talk about new stuff. Lately, we got this message: US dollar none total raise so far, none more days. Show support, cheer and include when someone raids. So I got this message yesterday when someone raids. Now Nana got it during a raid, but I got the raid message. I don't know what it means. I would assume this is a bug with either Twitch or OBS or I don't know. But you know what? I think it's kind of off topic. I think the best solution for that is to let other people deal with it. I hope that the next update this will just be fixed.
Yeah.
So about the NVP, I remember I always wanted to do a podcast, and I talked with Nix. We talked quite a lot last week, I think, or 2 weeks before.
We did.
And I'm very self-conscious. It's really hard for me to read other people, and sometimes I don't know if other people are enjoying my presence or not. It's a bit stupid when you think about it. And Nix, she was supposed to go to school. She was driving and she was like, "Let me take you with me." And I was like, "Oh,
wait, that was a different day."
What's going on? And she put me on her phone and she kept talking with me all the way to school.
That was a different day. I forgot my coffee that day.
No, and she spilled her coffee on herself by talking to me. It was really exciting. And I thought, hey, you know what? That's a trustworthy person. But she can go a lot. She can go very far. We can do it. And then I was like, hey, I really want to do a podcast. And she's like, "Oh my god, I wanted to do a podcast before the stream. Let's go!" And I, "Do you want to do a podcast with me?" She says, "Yes." And that's it. That's what I remember, at least.
I remember that I had asked you, but that's just me. I remember that I asked you.
Thank you for the lyric, Ella.
Thank you for lurking.
Well, you know what? Let's remember. Let's agree that both narratives are correct in the timeline or another.
In the end, we both agreed to do a podcast together.
Yeah. How did we come up with the name? We thought of so many names. We thought of behind the OBS scenes, Ario, Rui, welcome.
This is so funny because you say Ryu, I say Rui because I can't read.
She can't read and she can't retcon her mistakes. If she reads Rui once, she's gonna do it for the rest of the years.
I did it for so long before like realizing I said it wrong.
I know you're from Street Fighters. Ryu, Hadouken. Who's the mushroom? We still have yet to decide. We're taking names. So far, we have the names Tommy and Mashi McShroom. Offer names. By the end of the stream, we will choose the best name, and that will be the official name of the mushroom here.
Maybe we'll do a poll at the end.
Ooh, yeah, we can do a poll. Also, we got a 3-card tarot read from Era. I have the tarot cards here. I'm gonna do a small read for the future NVP. Kind of nice.
Wait,
a card
I'm
read.
curious now. I'm curious. Guess what?
Yeah. What?
I'm taking out my cards.
Oh, you want to do it with your cards or mine?
Let's do both.
Let's do both? Okay, and let's draw the same cards. How's that?
We're co-host.
Nice. So I'm shuffling my cards. I'm gonna cut them in the middle, and I'm gonna draw 3 cards. You ready? You do the same.
Yes.
And we gotta draw the same cards. Okay, I cut
same
mine.
Cards?
Yeah. If you draw the same card, it's extra luck. Ooh.
Hold on, let me shuffle. I used these the other day.
Oh wow. I got some a unique combination here. Whole death. That is a good card, by the way. I got.
So you said you split it in half?
Yeah, I shuffle them. I split in half, and then I draw 3 cards in order from where I split. And the middle card, so the second card you draw, is the important one.
Oh, these are interesting. Mimic, what do you have?
I have Chalice. I wrote in chat. I have High Priestess on the left. I have the Wheel of Fortune in the middle, and I have the 8 of Chalices on the right, which I think is the most no answer read I've ever had. So the High Priestess is a card of mystery. Embrace mystery. No answer. Nyx is a lady of mystery. We don't know what's going to happen. 8 of Chalices is also a card of mysterious journey. Go to the invisible road. Who knows what happened? Just go. It's going to be an amazing journey regardless. And the Wheel of Fortune is the lucky change from the inside. The world aligns itself for you. Roll the dice. It's very vague. We have no idea how it's going to be, but it's going to be an amazing journey regardless. The Devil, the Magician, 4 of Swords. Ooh, a nice.
Reversed.
Ah. Might be us. So, first of all, let's go from the center. Magician is the card of creativity, spark. I mean, look at the screen right now. Look at everything we have here. That's the Magician.
If I'll be honest, the first thing Mimic asked me when I called him was like, "How are you calling me?" And then I'm actually recording on my side, so my side will actually be uploaded to YouTube because I'm deciding. We're being creative even though we have technical issues.
Yeah.
I am embracing it.
Creative, solving problems, the stick of the Magician from my nose. The wand. So yeah, it's gonna be a magical show. We also have the Devil. The Devil is actually a really great factor in this concept. The Devil is talking about all the sex, lewd, cancel culture, addiction, attention hoarding, all the bad stuff in the behind the scenes that we are definitely gonna get into that even today. Yeah. So it's there. Nyx is not. I don't know. Might be my side. And we have the 4 of Swords reversed. So 4 of Swords is the card of taking a break. Reversed, I would say, getting up from a break. Maybe both of us. We kind of took it a bit slow took a break. Now it's time to get up from the break and maybe start doing something really cool.
I think that's what this is start doing this podcast.
She hides it well. Wait, Nix, are you actually naughty and you hide it?
She hides it. Wait, you guys are outing me. What? Nix is really naughty. No presents for her Christmas.
Oh my god. Only coal.
Coal. Okay, I'll light it to make a fire. That would be my present. I want warmth for the summer.
I want to say about the NVP. Also, we prepared so much stuff. We have a list, like an endless list of topics to talk about every week. Next week we might do it on Friday, but because of my studies, I got a semester with some Thursdays. But we're gonna usually do it on Thursdays. I gotta go. Thank you, Mr. T.
Thank you for stopping by.
I know, I know, you know, a few maybe. And we also we want to have guests later. What? Who is calling me right now? What is that? No.
I hear that.
Yeah. So we want to have guests later since the third or fourth show. We're gonna have many guests.
And they will be sitting in the golden chair.
What? A golden shower? What?
The golden chair.
Oh, I see. No golden showers, Zero. Sorry.
No, not showers. Chairs.
Also, did you tell anyone in your personal life that you're doing a podcast?
You
said golden chair, chat. Golden chair. My God, they hear what they want.
Are you saying the mushroom wasn't a guess? The mushroom was a guess for today. That's my cousin.
Yeah. It's your relative? Let's go. Mushroom. Chat. Give us names for the mushroom. For Nix's cousin.
Give my cousin a name. They were born without a name.
Mushroom Oleander.
No, they were born without a name. Mr. Teaspoon thought that you were going to sleep.
It was an important conversation. Mr. Teaspoon cannot live. Nix's cousin. I cannot live now. I can't go to sleep.
No, I'm saying my cousin was never given a name at birth.
He knew that actually he was born today.
Yes, born today. But going back, my sister knows of the podcast, and then two of my IRL friends who watch my streams occasionally.
Ooh, what do they think of a podcast?
They were excited, and they actually had asked me if it was going to be archived anywhere, and I said, yeah, nice. I'll be putting it on to YouTube later on, and they'll be watching it from there.
Yeah, it's gonna be on both YouTube channels. Yeah, it's gonna be extra archives.
Yes.
As for me, I'm doing psychotherapy for like 5 years now. Weekly touch grass in a way, and my psychotherapist, she doesn't really like vTubing. She doesn't understand what it is. She thinks I'm wasting my time in a way, and she doesn't get it. But when I told her I'm gonna do a podcast, suddenly she's like, oh nah, that is interesting, because she listens to podcasts, she's into podcasts. Like, podcast, that's an important thing. So
that's so interesting.
Yeah, because streaming, she doesn't get the concept of streaming. But podcasts, oh, that's like radio, it's like the media, it's perfect.
But that's no different than what streaming is, because the only difference is like you're streaming one with like either a face or a character, but you're, in the end, if you think about it, you're only listening to the person. Because sometimes people will put on a stream and they'll just listen. They don't actually watch it. They listen because they enjoy the person. Which shows you that. Yeah, imagine your psychotherapist hearing your podcast. Yeah, we're gonna all be psychotherapists of each other. I don't. She doesn't even know what Twitch is. She's of a different generation, and I don't blame her. My parents don't get that as well. I get that. My parents originally, they were very shocked when I went into VTubing, but then they were surprised about my initial success. They're very supportive. Success in a sense. Yeah, they are very supportive, and some days they'll ask, "You're not streaming? Why aren't you streaming?" Or the other day, I was playing Phasmophobia with a few people, and my mom decided to open the door and then look inside and then leave and then laugh. So cute.
My two brothers, two of my brothers are working in high tech, so they know what streaming is. They're very familiar with that, and many of my friends know that. So sometimes they pop in. I have some friends and family members who go in, but the parents, they just don't. Different generation, they don't get it. Privacy zero. Let's go.
It's hard to explain sometimes. Because one, it's generational, but two, if they don't understand it too, or if they choose not to understand it, then that's another thing. Because right now, my sister is actually about to debut in a few weeks too.
Oh, let's go. As a VTuber?
After PNG tuber.
Oh, we gotta hydrate. Drink, Nix. Drink your coffee.
I'm drinking tea this morning.
Ah, tea is good. For Mr. T.
We got the tea. I'm streaming, who cares?
So when your sister debuts, we're gonna give her all the shoutouts.
Yes. So originally she was gonna do a test stream today, but we'll see how our internet goes.
Oh, right, you don't have internet.
Yeah.
Imagine you're stuck.
Just to tell you to wake up.
That would be meaningless. I'm giving money to her.
Yeah.
Right,
yeah,
so...
my sister's gonna start streaming soon, and the funny thing is, like, after I started streaming, my parents asked my sister when she would be doing it. That kind of shows like the support there.
That's great to have support for that.
Mm-hmm.
I remember talking about support 10 years ago, 15 years ago, even. Another hydrate, let's go. Thank you, Cocos.
Another one?
So about 15 years ago, I was really into lucid dreams. I was doing my best to get into lucid dreams, and I had a website. I taught lucid dreams. I actually did courses teaching other people how to lucid dream. And I remember a lot of people that I talked to, including my family members, were really...
yes, please don't hear us.
I want them to have a lucid dream naturally. Let's go. Now you know. Maybe I'll do one day a stream where I teach lucid dreaming. But I remember it was really hard because many people around me were demotivating in a way. I would tell them about lucid dreaming. I remember people telling me stuff like, maybe you're just imagining you're dreaming. Maybe just you've been dreaming that it was a lucid dream, and really demotivating you. And whenever someone tells you something like this, the next day, like a week, you cannot do lucid dreamings. But if someone goes and say, oh my God, that is so amazing, please teach me, then the next day you have a lucid dream. So it was really connected to motivation or demotivation you get. And I feel like in VTubing and in any other aspect, it's the same. Someone tells you, oh, that is so cool, I know this VTuber, I like them, then you want to get up and stream. And a good example is yesterday. I played Fall Guys for the first time. I didn't care for Fall Guys, I never played it. But then 2 days ago, Peony-chan, Peony Astria, streamed Fall Guys. And she was like, oh, Mimic, you gotta play Fall Guys. Oh my God, the game is so fun. And she kept praising me as a streamer on her stream. And it really motivated me. I was like, oh my God, what is going on here? So the next day I was like, okay, I'm gonna play the game that Peony-chan played. And I think, yeah, sometimes we're not aware of how much small praise and motivation can help. That's why I try to motivate and praise everyone I see.
Is that why you have so many praise redeem?
Yeah, I have the praise redeem and the love confession redeem and the kiss redeem. All of this too. We're gonna talk about this a lot. This is something I'm really into because I'm doing a master's degree in political sciences and public policy. And my term papers are really about Japan and VTubing a lot. And I'm talking about this echo chamber. Whatever you do, you surround yourself with the same. So, example, Factoidal Dragon just redeemed praise. So I'm gonna say, Facto, you're amazing, you're a super talented person. Factoidal Dragon made a preview video for me and Aero yesterday in such a story, like 40 minutes. Super talented, super supportive. And now everybody hears that, right? One day, I love confession to Nix, let's go. Thank you, Nana. One day, when I'll be said, Factorial Dragon might give it back, you know? It's not something that, it's not like I'm waiting for Factorial to do it, but in general, I'm going to spread love around me. Love will return. And we're going to talk a lot about LootTubers because I believe that LootTubers, which I'm writing a term paper about right now, LootTubers are surrounding themselves with creeps. So they get an echo chamber of creeps in return.
Yeah.
She's an interesting concept. But first, Nix, are you ready for the love confession?
Always.
Hello, Nix. Since the first time you told me you want to do a podcast with me, I was enamored, mesmerized. I thought, oh my god, I get to do a podcast with the most precious and beautiful mushroom elf I've ever seen. Let's go. I held my feelings towards the first 17 shows. Until then, I won't be able to stand it anymore. I will have to say it properly. Nix, I love you.
Oh.
Please be my pet.
What?
I mean, bye. Woo! Let's go. So to our next topic. The what?
I said keep the hat away from me. You tried to eat me before stream.
Listen, the hat doesn't eat. I need to fit it. How do you think Jennifer is going to survive? She doesn't eat. She's waiting in the dungeon for years for someone to wear her, and then she eats their bread. And just... Hey, Emmett, you raise more questions you can possibly answer. It's been a dream of Nix. Wait, what's been a dream of Nix? To be eaten by a hat? Everyone asks what, why, when, where, but nobody asks how. No, because it's the 5 W's. We don't have how.
Oh wait, did we switch to that already?
Yeah, now. Are you ready for the 5 W's of VTubing?
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna talk mainly about the VTuber strategy, the goals, how do you achieve the goals. Do you want to start?
Yeah. So the 5 W's of VTubing: who, what, why, when, and where.
I think we kind of covered the who in the introduction.
Did we?
You said who you are. Oh, you also wanted to talk about maybe who's your inspiration as a VTuber.
Yeah, that's what I was like going off of yesterday. Is like, who inspired you? Like, why? So yeah, so that kind of goes into like, who inspired you? Why are you a VTuber? Why specifically a VTuber? Then we can think of the what, when, and where.
For the stretch,
so,
you gotta stretch it. Stretch redeem.
I gotta stretch. You'll have to tell me because I can't see these redeems.
Oh, okay. Then Nana redeemed stretch. Stretch.
Oh, I cracked my back.
Let's go. Back breaking speedrun.
So I actually kind of had 2 inspirations of people. One of them is actually another VTuber or corporate VTuber.
Who? Give us names.
I'm fine with saying their name. I'm fine with saying their name. So the person who really like inspired me to really push myself. No, Alvin Knox. Alvin Knox from Noctix and Niji Sanji.
Oh no! Oh Knox. Okay, no Knox.
And the reason for that was because I was in one of the membership streams, and I don't attend them too often. It was just I happened to be free at that time. I was studying. I thought I'd listen while I do some work, which is what I normally do. And
wait,
I was listening.
Are you talking about the Chinese VTuber from Nijisandi, Knox?
No, Alvin Knox.
How do you spell that?
Let's see.
Alban, no, Knox with a K. Oh, this one, Alvan Knox. Yeah. Alvan Knox. Right.
Yes, and so one thing he had said was that really hit me was the reason why I stream is the same reason why you guys watch me. I will forever remember that sentence that he said. I will forever remember it because during that time, it was just kind of like I was very lonely because I wasn't able to see my friends because everyone was just so busy with their lives that I really only went to school, went to class, studied, came home. Very minimal interaction with anyone.
Real voice. We got the robotic Nix because of Wi-Fi. We got the real voice. Voice reveal. Let's go.
Oh.
Okay, keep going.
But that was like one of the reasons why I went into streaming.
Mm-hmm.
But another thing was something that my sister had said. My sister had said, other than our Wi-Fi, what's preventing you from streaming? And I literally said, our Wi-Fi and time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, Nick's redeem. See, I would have redeemed on my end, but that's Wi-Fi is not working. And so those were like the two things that were told to me that really pushed me into streaming. The first one was from Albin, and that kind of made me look into everything that I needed to start streaming. And then the comment from like my sister, what's stopping you other than school and time, other than our Wi-Fi? And I said literally just those two and our Wi-Fi. And so I really kind of sat down. I sat down with my dad and I said, how much would it cost to upgrade our Wi-Fi a little bit more? And so we actually called up the provider, and sadly, they had said that I currently have the fastest Wi-Fi speed in the area, which is an upload of 1 and a download of 12.
Oh, wow.
Which is barely, it's like the bare minimum. Not even bare minimum. It's like,
yeah,
it's bad. It's bad. Because Twitch's minimum requirements for an upload is actually 3, but I have 1. Which is why I stream at 480p, because that's the only thing that my Wi-Fi can handle.
But you're managing, you're doing it, and I think that shows to everyone that even with technical difficulties, you can do it. If you can sit down, if Nyx can do it with her from her forest, with her wood Wi-Fi, you can do it too.
Honestly, anyone who says that they cannot stream because of their Wi-Fi, literally send them to me. I will show them my upload and download speed, my videos, and I will tell them it is possible because I am meeting Twitch's standard of a minimum of 3, where I have 1.
And anyone who says that they can't stream because of the computer is not strong enough, I have the first generation of i7 CPU 950. That is from 15 years ago. I have an ancient computer and it works fine. So you can stream. You just need to manage your CPU or delete whatever, close whatever, so you can't have the tits up and stuff like that. It's just vTuber Studio eating 90% of the CPU power.
And like, you don't even have, I don't use vTuber Studio. That's the thing. A lot of people think I do. I don't. You don't need to have a model. You don't need to pay for a model. I made both of mine.
Yeah.
Out of VRoid.
And PNG is good enough.
And yeah, PNG is good enough. My sister is going into PNG because she doesn't want to buy a video camera. Even people who want to just do voice tubing, who just want to be a voice tuber, if you just don't want a photo, nothing, there's people who are really successful at that as well.
So that's the who. Oh, I'll say what's my my inspiration are actually, well, the Hololive Myth girls, obviously. Gura, Kiara, Ina, Kali, and Ame are very big inspiration, as well as Nyanners and Iron Mouse from vShoujo. But even before that, there's Japanese VTubers from 2017 and 18 that inspired me, like Kizuna Ai, Nekomiya Hinata, Himehina, still a huge inspiration to me, and Mirai Akari, Deno Shoujo Shiro, and so on. I watched these Japanese girls stream because I wanted to see girls play video games, and it almost didn't exist. And I thought it was really cool to see them with these beautiful, gorgeous, cool models. Back then, they didn't have boobs physics because it wasn't the thing. The thing was having fun with this cute avatar, making anime a real thing. And they're still a great inspiration to me. Still trying to be more like the Japanese original VTubers and less of the modern crazy Twitch VTubers. But you know, Twitch gets the crazy out of you. Rhino 3D model takes a decent chunk of CPU in my experience. Yeah, it is able to be a fantasy Kara. Let's go.
Arrow, actually, one thing that Mimic and I did talk about is, yes, OBS is good, but at the same time, Streamlabs, it can also be good depending on the specs of your PC. because there are people who cannot run OBS. It will crash their whole system. Whereas Streamlabs will crash their whole system. So it really depends on the specs of your PC and which one is more compatible. Because I know someone who just switched over to Streamlabs because OBS was crashing their PC.
I started with Streamlabs because it was easy, just install and stream. Later, I went to OBS and save about 20% CPU. So if you can use OBS, I think it's better, but it's a bit more complicated. You need a bit more YouTube guides to understand how to make all the scenes. And there's a lot of technical stuff that you need to learn to be a VTuber. It's not easy. You have to deal with like 7 different apps working at the same time. I have now OBS, Discord, VTube Studio, there's Chrome with the list of topics. I always have a text file with all the stuff. I have an asset library so I can put everything here. And then in OBS, I got the browser source for the chat. We got all the PNGs that you see here on screen. It's not like you see the microphone here, it moves. It's not it's like a setting in a TV show. You have to actually go and manually put everything there. And Nix's PNG jumps when she speaks, and my model. It's not easy. There's a lot of stuff that you don't know how to do until you just drown in the swamp and learn how to do it. And you have to deal constantly with stuff and technological issues, like Nix waking up this morning and having no internet.
Embrace the scuff. Figure out your ways around it. Figure out, like, I had a backup plan. I knew as soon as I woke up that my internet wasn't working, and I knew that chances were I would not be able to stream. And so I was thinking about, okay, how can I still record on my side? And we figured it out. And it might not be the greatest ability, but it's possible.
Yeah,
still.
You got a great solution. Era says to be a VTuber, you need to be an entertainer, editor, artist, social media, and more. Yeah, that's completely correct. You need to know editing, music editing, video editing, image editing. You need to work on multiple social medias like Twitch, Discord, YouTube, manage a Discord, a society, a community, TikTok if you want to, Instagram, and it's really YouTube archive. It's really endless. And you learn all that over time. I've been doing that for 8 months. What about you, Nix? How long are you been a VTuber?
So I debuted back on December 21st of 2022. So it's been a little over 2 months now.
Wait, I'm 9 months actually. Yeah.
However, if we were actually talking about how long I've been planning all of this, I started back on October 31st of 2022.
So you prepared things. You had a plan.
I prepared a lot of things in advance so that the day that I did start to stream, I would have everything set.
I just jumped into the ship, and it took me 2 months to understand what the hell is going on and start collabing with people. But during that time,
That's kind of how long it took me to like figure out everything from like October to December, like about a little over a month and a half.
Yeah.
Because then that's when I started like making the connections. That's when I started meeting more people, being more social, all of that.
Yeah.
And I think that's how it really does take you to really understand what you're doing. Between like a month and a half to 2 months is like when it really clicks with you of what you're doing as a streamer. Like it helps if you have someone who's helping you. Like I'm helping my sister right now, and her process is going so much more smoothly than mine did. Because my first day that I streamed, I had a 10-minute lag. I had to stop, get on a call with a couple other streamers and say, what am I doing wrong? And that's when we figured out that I was streaming in 1080 instead of 480.
Oh, yeah. I had the same issue. My first stream crashed 3 times because I was on 1080, not 720. Because it was too much for my CPU. And I want to give a huge shout out to Arrow in a nutshell in the chat. Because one day Arrow found me. Well, I found him through his show, Collabo Betray, which is returning right now. So check Arrow out if you want to participate in a VTuber-based show. And Arrow just started following me, being my mod, and taught me so much about VTuber community and what to say, what to not say, and how to deal with all kind of drama and stuff like that. He's been really supportive. And I also, there is Misana Yun that, I think you saw Misana. She's an amazing artist.
Yeah.
And I remember I visited her in France, and she had a lot of issues with her stream. She had a huge lag and no audio filters. And I got into the computer and like, okay, I cracked my knuckles and I just started fixing everything from the 4 or 5 months of experience I had back then. And it was so, it's like cleaning a desktop. You're like, okay, I'm gonna put these filters on your OBS and I'm gonna clean this, and you don't need that, and you don't need this, and you put this and you put that. And suddenly she doesn't have lag in her streams, and she has a better voice and so on. And everything is just from YouTube videos. Go YouTube audio settings. Go and YouTube how to deal with X, and then you see how to deal with X. How to deal with Y, you see how to deal with Y.
That's honestly kind of how I figured out like my audio settings too. Like I had other people help me like figure out the initial audio settings, but then like once I started doing a lot more horror streams and actually streaming, I had to figure out like what is like the good amount of like what are the filters that I need to use to make sure my viewers don't go deaf?
And you don't pick like crazy, going, ah!
Yeah, I've had that happen
but
it kind of gets to you after a while when you go back and you listen. You kind of wish like you could hear the whole thing, and now like I've actually like fixed that issue. You hear the whole screen from beginning to end. People don't go deaf.
I did some.
And a huge shout out, praise. Going back to the praise earlier, Factoid. Thank you so much for the compilations. You were extremely talented.
Oh yeah, he's super talented with video editing and highlights and clips. I had a similar issue when I did some song covers before I started on Twitch. I was on YouTube, and every time I would go with a long tone, like it would just mute itself. And I didn't understand why until one day I figured that Windows had microphone settings of automatically filtering long like background noises. And I was doing one long note, it thought that it was a background noise. Thank you for the hydrate, next drink.
Again? They're trying to drown the host.
Yeah, small sips. I'm lucky because in real life I've got a friend that studies broadcasting who just sent me a bunch of recommendations on how to set up audio to be super good. That is amazing, Emmett.
That is nice.
So good. There is never enough hydrateness. Yeah, I love hydrating VTubers as well and stretching them.
I'd like to disagree because I had to put a limit on my hydrate in my stream because within a 3-hour stream, I went back and I counted. They used the hydrate button 46 times.
Oh, not enough.
Rui was there. Rui can attest. The amount of hiccups I had.
Rui is my top hydrator. He always goes, hydrates. It's to the point that I go to other people's stream and I type hydrate Rui, and then I redeem a hydrate for you. Ryu. Also, hey, hydrate. Thank you, Emmett. Also, I played and stretch and posture. Stretch and hydrate. Also, I played yesterday Fall Guys with Ryu and Anton. Ryu is amazing. He's so good. Counted down the seconds to do another one. Let's go. So, we talked about the who. What about the what? Like, we're talking about your goals, right? As a VTuber. So, when I started VTubing, I watched a lot of videos on YouTube on how to be a streamer. And one thing that repeated is small, long-term and short-term goals. And I remember writing, let me find it. I have this big text file with all the stuff that I wanted to do, all kind of ideas, like what games to play, doing D&D, writing seminars, reacting to videos, a sock puppet show, a podcast is here. I have a list of many things that I actually did, tarot reading, music, and some things that just didn't work. But if I go down all the way, I see, yeah, sock puppet show.
Has that happened yet?
Not
Did
yet.
I miss that?
Not yet.
Okay.
It's gonna be a Nick's sock puppet one day. So if I go all down below, I see some VTubers that are my like gurus, like Agura, Kiara, Imehina, Nianers, and so on. And I also see my goals. So start date is June 7th, 2022. And I wrote November goals, Twitch affiliate, and 1,000 Twitch followers, and I got it. Almost. I think I got almost 1,000. I got like 800 or something. But I got to Twitch affiliate, which I didn't honestly think it will happen. And then I have the second stretch goal for half a year on December 31st. And that's a year goal. So my goal for 2023 is gonna be 4K followers on Twitch and 20K on Twitter. And one collab with a big shot. And I don't know if this is gonna happen, but it's great to have those short-term 1 year goals. And
yeah,
and the short-term, really short-term, like make a schedule every Sunday and follow that schedule. And I managed to do it. I did a schedule every single week since I started, which is crazy. So do you have goals? What's your goals?
So as you said, like you're pulling it up. I still have my debut PowerPoint on OBS, so I was just kind of clicking through it. I do have a goal, but it's actually very interesting because, like I said, like my Who inspiration was I stream for the same reason you guys watch, but the goals that I had actually put down originally, I'll read it out loud. Like, get a loving, sweet, caring, and funny community, which I think I already have.
Yeah.
Like, I already had that on the day of my debut because everyone there was so supportive, kind, and everyone who's like helped me so far with all of the setup has just been extremely amazing and kind to me. And originally, before that, like my other goal was just to get 10 followers. But like by the time like I was just kind of like working my way through meeting people, like that number was growing. And I had like created this PowerPoint back in October, beginning of November, before like I even like started meeting people. And so when I came back to the PowerPoint, looking at like what my goals were right before like I was gonna stream, I was just like, get 10 followers. Well, I'm kind of close to 100 already. That's a feat in itself.
Mm-hmm.
And so I kind of just like I blocked it out because I was just kind of shocked where I first started thinking like I wouldn't have any followers. Like 10 would be honestly amazing. But here I am I think I hit 250 just last week. And then my other goals were, thank you. My other goals were just like to meet more amazing streamers, which I have, and just to have fun. Like I literally have on my screen, I am simple. I don't need to have big goals. And my main goal is just to be able to be part of an amazing community and build relationships with amazing people. Mm-hmm. Like I'm happy if I can do that. I don't need to have any big goals. Like when I hit affiliate, I was very happy, but it was never like my intention of like, I'm going to hit affiliate. Like my goal was just to stream to have fun. Like now I have like, I would say like these are now goals, like hitting, I think my next one is 300 because then I promised my community a couple of sounds. And then when we hit 400, it's now more of like when I hit certain numbers, whenever I hit them, it doesn't matter when. It doesn't matter when, because I don't really care when I hit those numbers. It's just that like I feel like when I hit those numbers that I should do something to like thank the community.
Yeah.
And at 300, they are getting a certain sound they have been asking for a while. And then at 400, we're going to do another hand cam stream. And then 500, they have been asking for karaoke for a while. So now it's just more of like when I reach these numbers, they're not goals, but they're kind of like, let's do something together.
So forming relationships, friendships, and so on. And I'm looking at my when you say having fun together, that's like a long-term goal, which is amazing. I'm thinking, what's my long-term goal? Because I just been talking about short-term goals, and I think I always wanted this to be my full-time job. So my long-term goal is to make this a full-time job, either by myself or through maybe joining a corp or a big corp. I don't know, a company. So I'm already kind of faking it until I make it. I work full-time in this. I stream for long hours every day. I form relationships with people. I'm very consistent. I'm very creative. Form your own corp. Who knows?
Yeah, why not?
Who knows?
My sister's debuting as a group. Why not form your own and make it to the top?
It could be. Could be. Because I want someone else to take care of the annoying parts. I don't want to do it. But maybe that's the solution. I don't know. At the end of the day, I think in the future, I don't know, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, I don't know when, I want this to be my full-time job. I want to wake up and stream and see millions of people there that I can inspire and surround myself with love and support and give love and support back. And maybe change the world to the better. Because I think we're going to touch this today. I mean, we're definitely going to touch this. There's a lot of bad stuff in streaming and VTuber. There's a lot of icky, disgusting stuff.
Yeah.
And Arrow sent me a video today about Mizkif, a big streamer, who talked about streaming. And he talked about a lot of mental health issues that come out from being too much in the VTuber industry.
In the VTuber industry,
in the streaming industry, yeah.
Okay, I was like, Mizkif is a face streamer.
Yeah. So, regardless if you're a VTuber or not, being in a streamer in a Twitch environment, which is very competitive, it will make you feel bad sometimes. Hey Spade, good morning or good evening, good time zone.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, whatever it is. Welcome in.
So I think we talked a bit about the who, the what, and the why, which is the goals. What about the when? Why decide to be a VTuber now? Why not a year ago? Why not a year later?
Well, first of all, Wi-Fi. But actually, it's very interesting that you asked that, because had I started any earlier, I would not be a VTuber. I would be, as we call it, a flesh tuber. I would be streaming with my face. That is, if I had started when I built my PC. Because I built my PC knowing that I would be streaming one day. And so I got the microphone, I got the camera, I got everything that was needed to stream. My downfall was my Wi-Fi. Because that was when the Wi-Fi was like an upload of 0.5. And so it was, at that point, it was physically impossible, unless I wanted to stream at like 144p. Which was not it. But I had wanted to stream before the pandemic started. And so, because I wasn't able to do so, I kind of just like pushed everything off until like I really hit a point where I desired to stream. And so that's when I really started looking into everything, because I was devoted. Like, I really wanted to. So I really put my time and effort into searching everything I needed, all the programs, software that I would need. And that was like that was after I had discovered VTubers. Because it was after a point where I realized I don't want my face on the internet.
Oh, why not?
So this will actually go into like our other conversations, but just kind of like harassment. Harassment. I've been followed home before.
I see.
I've been followed home from work before. It's not fun.
Yeah. It's something that I think it's unfair to even discuss that kind of thing with me, because I think I've never experienced something like that, being followed home. I don't think I will experience, because of two reasons. First of all, I'm a guy. Let's be honest. I'm less threatened, I believe. And second, I live in Israel, which is much safer than America. Let's also face it.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine, maybe I'm still innocent. I cannot imagine. I mean, I reveal my name and my face all the time. I do face streams every once in a while. And I cannot imagine someone seeing that and following me home for those reasons. That I'm a guy and that I live in this small country where everybody knows everybody. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me. I never experienced anything like that. Well, when I visited America, I remember the Americans, it was one Saturday, and one of the kids wanted to go to visit another kid in the street, same street, and the parents the dad had to go with the kid and take them to that person's home. Now the kid is 12, and I think, what, 12-year-old need a parent to go with them? Why? And I asked why, because in Israel, 8-year-old, you just go on buses, you go everywhere, like wherever you want. And he said because kids are getting kidnapped in America, and it's something that obviously it happens in Israel, but it's so the numbers are so different that it's something that I cannot imagine someone following me home. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's kind of like, if you compare that like to Japan right now, like in Japan, they have their kids going grocery shopping for them at like 4 years old.
Oh, that's really crazy.
And over here, just kind of like, we have kids who are being kidnapped at like 1 year old, 2 years old. And that's like why you can't let your children like go out alone anymore. It's
funny that you say Japan, because the most cases of VTubers or idols who have been attacked are in Japan. So in Japan, there is a serious issue of idols or VTubers who are actually being followed or even attacked by crazy fans. There was one who was stabbed and got scarred in her face forever. An idol, gosh. In the idol industry, which is very rough in Japan. And there was another one who got really harassed so much. And there's a few VTubers who have been harassed heavily, Japanese VTubers, and had to graduate. There's actually news. Pikami, the Voms VTuber, yesterday announced her graduation, and some people believe it has something to do with harassment from recent games that he chose to play. That magical games that maybe we shouldn't speak about here right now, but but harassment and harassment and doxing and so on, and maybe it's burnout as well, because she's been a VTuber for like 4 years, I think 3 or 4 years, and that's a lot.
It is a lot. Especially since like a lot of people, they go into streaming not knowing how long they're going to be streaming for. Some people know it's going to be a lifelong thing. Some people know that it's just a hobby that's going to last a few years for them. Or there's some people who they think it's going to last a few years, but then they change it into their career. Like you can't know. You don't know the future, and nor can you predict it.
I think I'm going to do this forever. I don't know if I'm gonna do this as a VTuber forever, because the few streams I did with a face cam, I really liked them. I really enjoyed. But when you do a face cam, you need to take care of so much stuff. How you look, your hair, your teeth, your eyes, your background. You need to take care of the lighting. And it's like, it's so much to worry. And when you're a VTuber, you're like, hey, smile, face, everything is perfect. Also, you get to be an anime character and put googly eyes on you.
Exactly. And there's been a couple of like streamers I've watched, and they said they were jealous of VTubers because they can just roll out of bed and start streaming. Whereas when you stream with your face, you actually have to get ready and make yourself look presentable. Like, I rolled out of bed this morning trying to fix my Wi-Fi. I'm still in my pajamas.
You're in pajamas? Oh no.
I'm still in my pajamas. I'm comfy.
Let's go. I'm also in a pajama.
And that's like one of the reasons, like, you get to be comfortable no matter if you're showing your face or not. Like, as a VTuber, you get all the comfort that you want, because I wouldn't say you're hiding behind a face, but you're doing what is most comfortable for you.
And it's very convenient. The cost is that there's so much more technological stuff that you need to deal with. I would gladly get rid of VTube Studio. Replace it with a camera. It's so much more convenient. Making sure that's true. Yeah, where to put the microphone, where to put the camera. I have so many issues in where to put the camera so it reads my lips when I speak. And as I glitch every time I move behind the microphone, like, now I can't do it. I randomly glitch and it's so annoying. If I wanted to be naked in the summer, I would. If I want to be in a warm pajama in the winter, I would. If I want to stream without people knowing I'm depressed and did not sleep at all, I can. Find myself streaming more as a VTuber than a flash tour because of all the preparation you need. I would just not stream. Yeah, that's correct. That's correct.
Yeah.
Who was it? I think, was it Ella? I did a tarot reading with her face a few days ago, a week ago. And after stream, there's a lot of supporting people who after the stream tell me, Mimic, go to sleep. Eat something healthy, drink water, go to sleep. And I say that to them as well. I love it. So I told Ella, no, I slept. And she's like, no, I saw the circles below your eyes. And I'm thinking, what? They saw circles? What? No. And it could be just lighting. But still.
And it could be. But there also could be like other factors to it that we are just not aware of.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe you had got to sleep the night before and it was just this one day that you didn't get a lot of sleep and so you have the dark circles.
Oh, it was the day I played Diablo 2. I was so tired that day. I don't know why. I yawned like 20 times during the stream. Which that's also something that before the segue to the next topic, there's many things I feel like you cannot really hide from your community. If you feel bad on stream, they see it, they hear it on your voice. If you're energetic, they hear it. You can't hide stuff. You get this connection with other people.
You can't. You can't hide things. And some people are good at reading you more than others, regardless if you have a camera on or not.
Mm-hmm. Like, Arrow and Factotal Dragon, which you mentioned, I think two people that read others very well. Anything else you wanna? You go.
Depending on like what kind of like model you have too, is like how well like your face tracking is. Like I've had a couple times where like I was just kind of so shocked on the stream that I stared straight at the camera and just started blinking, and someone just kind of like, you can see her blinking, you can see the confusion on her face without really needing to see her face.
That's great. Also, if you are wondering about the technical stuff, I'm using a camera, a face cam. But if you have an iPhone X or above, that's the best trackers. And then you can do all kind of cool stuff with your mouth that I can't really do. Also, yes, mustache does make it more annoying. Anything, it's gonna deceive the camera. Anything else you want to add here in the 5Ws, or do you want to go to the next topic?
Did we do a where?
Where I think is like the why VTubing and not flesh tubing. Why in the virtual world?
Yeah, we can move into the next one.
Yeah, let's see. I think we're gonna cover a bit more of the dramas now.
Yeah.
We covered the nice parts. Now we're gonna get into the dirty parts of today. Like 1 hour for nice. Yeah. So the next topic is, how do you trust other VTubers? And I would say it's friendship formation, collabs. Nick's want to talk about how we trust each other as well for this. And we gotta hydrate. Thank you, Ryu.
I need to. You guys are gonna make me go to the bathroom so soon.
Your mushroom, you need to grow. Mushrooms need water. I imagine Nick's with like those, you know, the bell mushrooms that are like a reverse umbrella, and she got this water in her head, like a cup.
Wait, give me like a 2-minute pause, because I actually do need to go to the bathroom.
Go pee. Go pee. I'll entertain the audience. I'll speak about the trust issues. Or you know what? It's a good time to tell everyone, listen. This mushroom here, it really needs a name. And so far we have Tommy and Mashi Mushroom. Can you give us like a really good name? How long was the last hydrate rename? I don't remember. Entertain me. Spade, give me a name for the mushroom. Ryu, Arrow, people, give us a name for the mushroom. If you don't want the name, if you want an anonymous, just type Zoe. Oh, that's a nice name. I love that. Zoe. That's a good option. Give us more. We're gonna do a poll. If you don't want to, why is Nick's moving? Did you take your phone with you to the bathroom? I think. Where's the fan or something? What if she did? What if she took the phone with her to the bathroom? Can you believe that? DC. That's the name. Oh, Discord. You just do
One of your hosts actually has a small bladder.
Welcome. Oh, I just want to say that if your host has a small bladder, you redeem her a lot. Actually ate salad and drank a coffee and almost half a bottle of water now, so I'm gonna have to take a pre-break soon as well. Before that, are you back? Are you with us?
Let's continue. Yes.
Did you take the phone with you to the bathroom?
No. So I didn't hear what you said.
Oh. Well, we talked about your small bladder.
Okay.
We got one more name for the mushroom. Zoe.
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 Oh, Zoe.
Zoe. Zoe Oleander. Or Zoliander. Dungeon, let's go. Thank you, Spade. Zoliander. So, trust issues. They want to start with trust between us?
Yeah, because I think, as you mentioned before, like, to be able to even do this podcast, the amount of trust we have to put into each other to even get this off the ground was a lot.
A lot from you mean?
For both of us.
Because okay, here's the thing. I, on one hand, have a lot of trust issues because I've been bullied heavily in school. At the same time, I'm like a puppy. I immediately go on someone and give them 100% of my trust. So I'm like weird in that concept. So the moment you took me with you to school, I'm like, okay, I can trust this one. And you know what?
That took a while because we had known each other for a little bit already.
Yeah. And actually, Nix, when she chased me, which is usually not the way it goes, she was like, hey, we're gonna collab every week. And I'm like, okay, I don't even know that person, but let's go. I like the confidence, I like the energy. There's one thing I think that really bothers me in this community. And that's many people, we're adults, right? The vast majority of VTubers I know are 20s and above, 18 and above. Some in the 20s, some in the 30s.
Yeah.
And it really bothers me when a VTuber who's an adult is acting like a little child in the regards of responsibility. For example, canceling a collab an hour before a collab. You have no idea how many times it happened to me. Canceling a collab and then ghosting you. Not even giving you a reason. Ghosting. And later, they give the most colorful, unique reasons. I went to the hospital. I was depressed. I forgot. I didn't wake up. A billion things, right? If I, God forbid, cancel a collab with someone for the first time, for example, I will call them in a voice chat. I will explain. I will do everything I can to reschedule in a perfect time for them. That's like basic responsibility, I believe. And when and when people just ghost you and don't answer there was someone that is we're gonna say that a lot. Here's a story that happened to a friend at work, to my friend at work. So that friend really wanted to collab with someone, and he sent them Alichi. Oh my god, Alichi is a great example actually. Alichi had to cancel a collab with me twice because of her computer issues. Now, at this point, I don't know what's the real issues, what's wrong. So Alichi sent me a picture of a broken computer. She was so apologetic. I was like, okay, she really couldn't help it. She wants to fix this. So we managed to schedule a collab later in the same time next week. And it worked. And we had a wonderful collab Saturday. And I never cancel a collab. Thank you. But you never know what happens. Like Nix this morning didn't have internet. What can she do? And I thought, is Nix gonna postpone the podcast in a week? Are we gonna do this next week? What's gonna happen? But no, she was great. Even like, let's do it in time. Well, that's.
I woke up. I knew that I wouldn't be able to. Most likely, I still don't have internet. I'm still on data. I knew at like 4:30 in the morning that I didn't have internet, that I probably would not be able to stream. And so my thought process was, okay, we're still going to do this because this is what we promised. And I'm not going to go on my word. What we're going to do is we're going to stream it on Mimic's channel, and I'm going to be creative with how I record it on my side. And so I can still do what I want to upload to YouTube.
And it can happen to me next week. And we can. The show must go on. That's the world of adults.
Yeah. What we promised.
I want to continue the story so Alnichi doesn't think it's about her. It's not about you, Alnichi. It's a few months ago, 2 months ago. So no, I want to do something, and I wrote on Twitter, hey, I want to do this and that, with that and that streamer, and that streamer gave a like to the post, and I was like, oh, okay, they're down. So I messaged her on Twitter, and she didn't answer. I messaged her on Twitch, on Discord. She didn't answer. I went to her Discord server, and someone who I know, like, hey, Mimic, what you doing here? Like, oh, I'm here to recruit X to this and that collab. And in like an hour, I'm blocked and banned in all over her platforms.
What?
And it's someone that we kind of talked with each other in. No, it's not the only. It's someone who really acted weird for me. Because on one hand, she gave me this vibe like she wanna collab, but when I reached out, she blocked me, and I get why. I get why. Maybe there are other people who harassed her, and she thought, oh no, this guy doesn't leave me alone. But she didn't answer. She didn't tell me, hey, I don't want to collab right now. Hey, I don't have time to collab right now. Hey, thank you, but I'm only collabing with this and that people. No answer, ghosting. And I think she didn't even see my message, but she did give me a like on the post. So maybe she does. So you see what I mean? How annoying that can be.
It's kind of hard because sometimes people just like things to like it. Because you know how like sometimes like when someone new likes your post, you kind of some people do this, they'll go to that person's profile and they'll take a look at it. And so I wonder if that was like maybe like they liked it so that they could get like a follow from you.
Yeah.
But with no intention of like actually doing any collab.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only time someone blocked me like that. So that really caught me off guard. But at one point you get used to being, after like the fifth person who blocks you, you're like, okay, some people blocks you. This is how social media works. It's fine. It's okay. I blocked people as well. Sometimes you're not really, you can't deal with certain people.
Yeah, and it happens.
So about the how you trust with other VTubers, I think in my case, I kind of send a bottle. Hey, Zero the Hunter, welcome. I kind of put a bottle with a letter inside in the water, and whoever picks that and wanna chat with me, I'm like, okay, I can trust that person. And worst case scenario, if they like Nix, I believe we're gonna this podcast, I believe will run for a long time. I think we're both gonna enjoy it. So. But let's say next week, Nix is like, you know what? I didn't feel comfortable about the podcast, and I want you to unpublish the video, and I don't want to do it anymore. Because, I don't know, because of something you said. I don't believe this will happen.
I don't think that will happen.
I'm saying that because it happened to me before. It happened to me before, and I didn't do anything different than I'm doing right now. It's just that sometimes I'm from a different culture. I'm Israeli. Nix is American. There are things between the lines that I don't get and she doesn't get. And you need this when you work with people, with other VTubers from different cultures, different parts of the world, different languages. You need to bring this benefit of the doubt that they're not doing anything to hurt you.
Yeah. It kind of goes into like the first time we did a study stream together. This was awesome. I texted Mimic and I said, is there anything I should know before we call? And
okay.
You seem so thrown off about it, because then you had asked about it later, and I said, because of the culture difference, I don't want to offend you in any way.
That was so strange. Also, Zerden recognizing Israeli accent. Let's go. It's the Gal Gadot accent. Nix here is a magnet for Hebrew speakers. We don't know why. She has
I am. I don't know what.
She has so many Hebrew speakers in her community. So weird. And they don't know each other. It's like everyone from random places. Oh, Lebanese. Yeah, we're neighbors. Neighbor, let's go. High five.
Ooh.
Lebanon is the only non-Muslim country around Israel. And they're half Muslim, half Christian. It's a weird. Yeah, like the Middle East is I think I'm not good at geography. It's like 90% Muslim, and then there's 5% Lebanon Christian, 5% Israel Judaism. It's so weird. And then there's 1% of the others. So yeah, nice neighbors. What did they say about the Nix? First of all, I was Nix. I was surprised that she agreed to do a face stream study session, because VTubers usually don't do it. When I asked her, why did you trust me? She was like, because you're in the other side of the world. What can you do to me?
That was my actual response. You're halfway across the world. What can you do?
What can you do? Like, it's such an adult response. It brings me back to a story. I don't want to say this story. That's like that's bad times for Mimic. 2018, I was in another community in Maple Story 2, and I was in a Discord server, and I got really into a community at one point. And there was a girl that I started talking with, and she was from, I think, I don't know, somewhere United Kingdom or something, which is like 5 or 6 hours in plane, right, in airplane. And at one point, her boyfriend discovers this and starts attacking me in the general chat in front of everyone. And I was like, oh, bro, I didn't know she has a boyfriend. Like, what's going on? I wasn't hitting him, just friendly. And it was, no, either kick this person from the server or I'm leaving the server. And everybody's starting to scream at each other. I'm like sitting there like, what the hell? Let me just leave the server and never speak to people again. And at one point, I'm like, one person asked, what's the issue here? And the boyfriend is like, I don't want him to follow my girlfriend or whatever. And I'm saying, I'm in a different country. You think I'm gonna take an airplane and get your girl? What? Doesn't even make sense. I ended up leaving that server and never interact with those people ever again because it was a mess. Yeah, it seemed very insecure. Yeah, you meet a lot of weird people, but the moment Nix told me, you're from another country, what can you do? Like, you're on the other side. I'm like, oh my God, this is an adult person. It's an adult person and acting like an adult. I want to work with her.
That's like my honest response. What can you do? You're halfway across the world. Like, and like I told you, it's very different if it's someone who is in the States, which they can take a really quick few-hour plane ride or they can drive. The difference for you is you have to go through like maybe 24 hours of flying, which is one, very expensive, and two, way too time-consuming.
Yeah. And then going to the northern mountains of snow and go to elven caves and whatever. I don't even know. I'll need to hire a bear and welcome to the party, Zero.
Hunter, welcome to the party.
We got 1,200 nicks. It's all thanks to you.
No, all you, not me.
No. Every time I get an achievement in the channel, I give a shout out to my followers. Everyone follow Nix. She's adorable and amazing. And next week we're gonna do the podcast on her channel. We're gonna switch every time a channel. That's another thing about trust. I remember when I started collabing with people, like my 3 months into VTubing, I had like 200 followers, and I collabed with this girl, and she just started. She had like 20 followers, and she collabed. She debuted, and we did a collab. And during the collab, non-stop subscribers to her. And I get none. I didn't have subscribers back then at all. And I keep hearing her, thank you for the beats, thank you for the subscribe, thank you for this, thank you for that. I'm like, oh, please. It was hard to listen to. And some people that I collab with, they're like, no, you have to mute your Discord when you speak to your chat and so on. So I started doing this thing whenever I get any kind of achievement, a raid, a subscriber, a follower, it's like, hey, we did it. It's thanks to you. Because I'm not doing this alone. You're here as well. And when I'm going to be on your channel, I'm going to push people to subscribe to Nix and so on. Because I love seeing other people succeed. Jealous, but supportive at the same time. It's like a positive competition.
Yeah. That makes sense. That's a good way to look at it too. It's just kind of like continuing to support other people, regardless if you aren't getting that same support. Because one thing that really solidifies who you are as a person is you can be jealous because that's just human nature. But then you also have to know is like you have to give the support that you would want in return. Even if the other person doesn't give you that support, what really matters is like the support you give other people, because in the long run, that's going to come around and come back to you.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless if it's from that person or from a different person, the support you give to one person is going to keep on going until one day it's going to go back to you and you're going to get that support.
I don't really collab much with VTubers outside my category. Within my category, it's easy since we just do content together. Yes, I'm doing varieties. I have so many categories, and then actually I didn't know what to do with Nix the first time we collabed. So we started talking about what kind of interest do we share, and tarot reading was one of them. So we did a tarot collab.
You know what's really funny?
Mm-hmm.
This morning when I was trying to like fix my Wi-Fi, I was just standing in front of the router for like an hour. I was kind of thinking, you know, Mimic and I have done in total today 3 collabs. None of them have been any gameplay. It's just been just chatting.
In a way, they are the best collabs, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And it's mostly because I kind of feel like start a new goal. I like to do the goals a bit straight. 1500, let's go. Gotta get to 4K by the end of the year, you know.
Yes.
Single category streamer mostly. I do a little bit outside my category, but not much. What category are you streaming, Zero Den? It's games are. I feel like at this point I played all the co-op games that I wanted to play on streaming.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm only left with repeating the same games. And yesterday I tried Fall Guys for the first time. It was really fun. Black Desert Online. That's a good category. It's a really good category. But I can't do the same thing. I have to do something different every time. So I'm doing D&D and tarot reading and just chatting and tier list. I didn't do a tier list in a long time, but it's like something you can do with anyone. It's very easy to get into.
Yeah.
And now I'm doing a podcast, which is great. I never done a podcast before. That's so different from my usual stuff. Mm-hmm.
This would be my first time as well. It's very different.
Yeah.
But it's something that I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm. So, how do you trust someone before you go into a collab with them for the first time? What kind of steps do you take?
I first kind of look at their content. Are they someone who I would click with or kind of just like vibe with? Because like I've collabed with some people like in like large group collabs where I knew they were a streamer, but I just didn't know who they were yet. But I could already tell that we would not get along.
How can you tell that? How can you say that?
So for me, there's levels of chaos. There's levels of chaos that I can tolerate. And there's some people who their level of chaos just goes above and beyond what I could physically tolerate.
Can you like give an example
like,
of something that someone can do that is too much for you?
So I had a friend from work not too long ago where they had a collab with me. I could say not too long ago, but it could be like 3 months ago. We're giving random times.
That's like years in VTuber time, by the way.
Mm-hmm. So I had a friend from work who had a collab recently, and it was just 2 people. But the interaction between them was one person kind of just seemed like they were...
Like it's their stream?
Like,
you can say what?
Just like you can kind of say like being a VTuber, being a streamer is to be an entertainer.
Mm-hmm.
But you should still be an entertainer that people enjoy and want to watch. Mm-hmm. Whereas there's other types of entertainment where you are doing it as if you're an actor because you want the views. So they were playing up their personality. And then as soon as the stream cut, they kind of went down to 0.
Oh, I see.
So actually, it's just kind of like playing up your personality for the stream.
That's something that every time I end a collab with someone and we stop the stream in the raid, and there's the moment I click stop stream, and then we go to the private Discord chat after stream, I have this small my heart skips a bit. What is gonna happen? What are they gonna say? And when it's like when someone says, "Oh my god, I had so much fun," and they stay chatting with me, that's like yes. But sometimes people would say, "Thank you, I gotta go," and then I feel like, "Oh wait, something happened." And sometimes people will like, well, actually it never happened, but I fear the day something like this happened. Someone go, listen, I felt really uncomfortable. Can you unpublish the vote? It's like it never happened before in a voice chat, but I like fear the day. What if this happened?
I actually, now that you mentioned that, I don't remember when this happened. I was doing a collab with someone, and after the stream, and I'm close with this person. Like I've told this person like all my issues, like everything like that's going on with streaming. And so like they know everything that's going on. And I had told them like after we ended stream, after I stopped streaming, after they stopped streaming, we were just kind of sitting in the chat and we were talking. And I was thinking, and I told them like, I'm not happy with that stream. And I was telling them the reasons why. And it wasn't anything that they did, but it was because of me. I wasn't happy with how I presented myself in that stream. And I was not happy with where I was at when I was streaming. Because I was focused on something else when I should have been focused on that person and the stream. And I told them like the stream went fine, but I'm just not happy with it. And they're just kind of like, I told them the reasons why. I told them like how I felt during the stream, and they're just like, no, it makes sense. But that's also why we're here for you. I still kept that VOD. I just wasn't happy with it like during that time. If I look back to it now, I'd be like, okay, the VOD isn't bad. Like it's still good. I just wasn't happy with where I was at that moment. But I still kept it. The other person still kept their VOD.
It's good to keep it for the future, yeah.
Yeah, and like there's some people who don't keep their VODs, some people who do.
What you mean to say is that they're not genuine. Some people are just very spent. I think after talking in front of the audience drains their social battery. Yeah, completely agree. But it's like, let's say you work a long day. At the end of the work, before saying like, oh, thank you so much, it was fine, I'll see you later, bye. You know, you may have a small chat about after work and so on.
Yeah, kind of like going off of like Zero, what you kind of said, like is what she means to say is that they're not genuine. Like there is a certain amount of genuine characteristics that people bring into a stream, but then there's the people who go above and beyond that genuine. Is they don't want to show their genuine side. They just want to show something they think people will be entertained by. Whether that be screaming, yelling, swearing. They think by doing that, they'll get views. But I would much rather stream with someone who is comfortable in their own skin. And they don't need to fake a personality or boost their personality in any way to get views.
You know exactly what you mean. They ham it up for the audience or act up. Yeah.
And like,
is there like
anyone who can do that? But that personality doesn't really, it clashes with mine because I want to be genuine. And I want to stream with someone else who is genuine.
Makes that person a little unrelatable. It's yeah,
yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
Okay, I have two types of people that I collab with, right? Let's say three types. There's the people that I reach out to them. There's the people who reach out to me. And there is people that someone, a third party connected with us. Like someone goes, hey, you should collab with that person, right? I believe that the people that I reached out to are, I had the most fun experiences with. While the people that third parties connected to me, I had the least fun experiences. And it kind of goes like shows people recommend. Like I find a show that I like to watch, it's usually good. If someone tells me, hey Mimic, you gotta watch that new show, it's usually bad. Usually, right? It's not always, obviously. And sometimes... What?
Sorry, continue.
No, what you said. I want to know.
That makes me kind of curious because I did initiate the collab first, but you were the one who reached out first to me.
Yeah. So I don't even remember why. Okay, You see that in tarot reading. I have intuition. I see a model. I hear the voice of the person. I listen to them speak on stream. I always watch a stream. Now on Twitter, I don't even follow people until we collabed. I don't want to follow people before we collabed once, because I happen to follow people that promised a collab with me and would ghost me for months. And it's not. I don't want to say that I only follow people I collab with, obviously, but I want to follow people that I like their content, and usually it connects with each other. So
yeah,
and I follow people that I never going to collab with. Obviously, it's fine. I follow artists that I love. I follow all kind of things that I love. But if someone is offering to do a collab with me, and then they ignore me, they ghost me for months, it feels really uncomfortable to follow that person. It gives, every time I see them, I'm like, it's that person who's ghosting me. Why do I follow them?
mm-hmm.
My Twitter presence is small, but I am a decent sized Twitch following. That's a good segue actually to the next topic, which is the number of followers. Yeah. Anything else you want to say about the trust?
I think that's it. That's all I can think of.
Yeah. In a way, it's always jumping into the water. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Also, like, another thing is, like, you might trust someone at the beginning, but it's okay if they do something that breaks your trust, that makes you want to slowly move away from them.
Yes.
That is okay. You can have trust for someone and then slowly lose it later on because of actions, words, or things they've done. It happens. It happens in real life. It's gonna happen within the community, and it's okay. We got an hydrate. Thank you, Lizard Daddy. I love the name Lizard Daddy so much. I need to get a new water bottle soon. Let's go. I want to say this very, very clearly. You can follow, unfollow, collab, or subscribe to whoever goddamn you want. If you don't like someone, you can unfollow them. It's completely okay. If you like someone, you can follow, and that's okay. If you like a game, you can play it. If you don't like a game, you cannot play it. It's completely okay. And anyone, and this has no exceptions, okay? Anyone who is angry or hurt that you unfollowed them can go to hell. Do not interact with anyone who is angry that you unfollowed them, or angry that you don't collab with them, or angry that you're not watching them, or whatever. Anyone, for any reason. I had people get angry at me. Oh, we also got a stretch from Lizard Daddy. Thank you. Stretch also, have a good day at work, Hero. Amazing day at work. Have so much fun. Thank you so much. I had people that I trusted. In a way. Okay, there were red flags. I had red flags. I didn't know why. My intuition said no. But I got a recommendation from someone else, and I collabed with them anyway. They got angry that I collabed with someone else before collabing with them. They got angry that I didn't play the games that they wanted to play. And I also had some people who got angry when I unfollowed them because they ghosted me, because we didn't really interact. I didn't want to see them anymore. I didn't like their content. Maybe it was too lewd, to cancel culture. There was someone, no, actually a few people, who after following them, they follow me. They go and put into my DMs, direct messages on Twitter, and ask me, hey, can you block that person? I'm not gonna block someone because you tell me to block someone. I don't care. I had some people who did witch hunting. Okay, this is a topic that we shouldn't speak of at all, and that is minors. I just want to say, there are some people that I've seen witch hunting minors, going in public and saying, hey, pictures, right? This person is a minor, block them in all platforms. Now, I am not going to go into my channel,
my content is adult only, right? I don't want minors to view my content, but I'm not going to go into the pants of every person. Or pants is a bad word here. I'm not going to go into the idea of every person, make sure if they're minors or not. I have 7,800 followers on Twitter. Many of them are creeps. Many of them are scam bots. Many of them are probably minors. I cannot control this. Neither can you.
Yeah, so, you can't. So like I can say like the same thing. Like I probably have, I think I'm like 1,200 on Twitter, but like every single day that number drops because the bots are being kicked.
Mm-hmm. It means nothing. It really means nothing. Thing is,
Twitter means nothing.
Yeah. When someone did that shout out of hey, that person is a minor, block them, I cringed so hard. You need to witch hunt a minor? Like, I understand, block them. Done. You don't need to witch hunt people. Anyone who witch hunt people, I don't know, I get into why I said minor, just reminded of that specific event. Anyone who witch hunts someone or goes into, hey, that person did this to me or that to me, or they're minor, they're trans, they're LGBTQ, they're black, they're white, they're I don't know what. For any reason. You tell me to block someone and I don't know, like... Yeah, witch hunting is a very big red flag for me.
Like, there's honestly no reason why anyone needs to witch hunt. Mm-hmm. The only reason why someone would be witch hunting is one, if they're jealous of your count, or two, they want the competition out of the way. But honestly, there's no reason for anyone to need to be witch hunting anyone else.
Then again,
everyone has their own content. Everyone has their own branding, and they're allowed and they're entitled to that. You don't have to follow them. You don't have to watch their content. You don't have to do anything related to that person. Mm-hmm. So why do you need to go and witch hunt them if you don't need to have anything to do with them?
Why is it so important to you that someone else doesn't follow someone that you don't like? Mm-hmm. Why do you care?
The only that tells me is like you're craving and you're needing attention. And so in order to get that attention, you're taking it out on someone else.
Mm-hmm. And I'll say that a lot. My door is not completely clean as well. When I was 18, I was seeing myself as a justice hero. I saw someone smoking in the mall. I would call the police. Hey, that person is smoking. Well, not call the police, but I'll find this a police officer like, hey, this person is smoking where it's forbidden. And I remember one time a police officer looks at me like, I don't care. And it's, what do you mean, like, you're the police, do something. So I get how people want to fix the world, but someone who shouts out witch hunts, they're not aware of how many people there are. You know how many minors exist? You know how many minors follow everyone on Twitter? You can't control this. Save your complex. Yeah. But people have their own reasons. We can't judge, really. I think never witch hunt anyone for any reason. Like if I have people that I blocked, I cannot imagine myself. I cannot imagine myself going to Nix and ask her to block those people as well. I cannot imagine that happen.
No.
Arrow. You know what? Here's an example. Something that I thought might happen. Okay, let's say someone blocked me and I blocked them, and we had a really messy argument a few months back. I love you, Spade. Mwah. Thank you for the kiss with him. And let's say we're doing this podcast on Nix's channel next week, and suddenly this person follows Nix and start interacting with chat. What am I gonna do? What am I doing?
Well, let me ask you, what would you do?
So I would probably treat them like any other viewer. Like I trick Alichi or Arrow or Lizard Daddy or Spade in the chat, like, or Zero, like, hey, X, how's your day? Haven't spoken in a while. Completely disregard everything that happened in the past. Because I'm on the stage.
I think that's a very adult thing to do, is you continue as if nothing happened.
Yeah. XXY, not X as my ex. My ex and I are very good friends.
I think that's a very mature adult thing to do. Like, no matter like what happened between you two, that happened behind closed doors, and that is gonna stay there. But once you start streaming, you are on a public platform where anyone and anything can find you if they wanted to.
Elizabeth says it's weird to bring drama to you and someone else's stream. If you would do this, yeah, exactly. There was.
And, like, go ahead.
There is someone. I'm gonna talk about this during the podcast. I think many times, and slowly it will open. I had mini dramas. The people who blocked me, I blocked them. I had mini arguments. And it was a month ago, but I remember one time I had someone who blocked me, and then someone else went into my chat, and let's call that someone who blocked me Y, like X and Y. And someone else went into my chat, and during the end of the stream, hey, can you raid Z? They're good friends of Y. And I'm like, bruh, Y hates me. They blocked me 3 days ago. And that person puts the emotes of Y's channel. I'm like, oh, I don't want to see these. But I don't want to tell anyone because it's nobody's issue.
It's no one's business what happened between you and another person.
Yeah. Happens so often, yeah. And I just, oh no, I'm already raiding someone. I have someone I need to raid. I promised to someone. Probably don't even mean anything. They don't know. They don't know. But I feel so disgusted. Seeing that I assume. Also, someone did. Do you know this Twitter trends of the Twitter app makes you a family? Like they make a family tree. Who is the parent, who's the mommy, who's the daddy, like it's really funny until this another person who blocked me for the same reason as Y, like two people who blocked me for the same reason. Let's call that person I don't know, B. So B and I were the parents in that tree, like the next day after B blocks me. And I'm like, oh. And the person who did the tree like tags us, hey, you two are best friends. Oh, look at that, you're friends. Like, I'm like, oh my god. So I just removed the tag. But it's awkward as hell seeing the emotes of other person there when you had drama. Yeah, I feel like as viewers, we need to respect who the streamer is going to raid unless asked. So we shouldn't recommend channels and let them raid. Thank you, Diana. Yes, and welcome and good evening. Yes, unfortunately, we can't control other people, you know? Like, you can have minors in chat that you don't know. You can also have people who tell you, hey, can you raid that, my friend? Can you do this? Can you do that?
Yeah, and I feel like being a viewer is one thing, and it's different if when you're a viewer and you're also a streamer. Because then you kind of know, like, what to say and what not to say. But when you're only a viewer, then you don't know what happens behind the scenes. And so I have yet to have anyone say, let's raid over to this person.
It didn't happen to you.
The reason for that is because a lot of my viewers are also other streamers, with a few people who are not streamers. But there has only been once, maybe twice, when I asked everyone, who should I raid because I have no one live. And that's when they suggested things. But for the most part, they never asked, can we suggest someone or go raid this person? I have yet to have that happen.
It happens just like trauma dumping happens sometimes. Like just like people bring things that you don't want. Some people have a channel redeem to choose who to raid. Unless someone has that redeem, I don't think it's any of the viewers' business to tell a streamer who to raid unless streamer asks for suggestions. Yes, I feel like if you want a streamer to raid someone, at least check if they maybe have a guide, the raid redeem, or something along those lines. Yes, exactly. But some people do it. Very early on when I started, Arrow remembers that. Very early on, someone even said, hey, what if, I was like, hey, we should raid someone. And then one viewer goes, hey, what if I start to stream and you raid me? Lol. And I was like, nah, I'll just raid someone that I know. But Arrow later was like, oh, that's a bad. If they do that, oh no, stay away from that person. And I don't think the person, I don't think they intended. I don't think they knew what they were saying. Yeah.
Like they probably kind of meant it as like a joke a little bit and they found it funny. But like in our eyes, we kind of feel, we see it differently.
It's complicated. Let's go to the next topic, which is the numbers.
How do you speak to 0 viewers or lurkers?
Yes.
So actually, funny enough, because my sister is going to be debuting soon, I had mentioned it on the stream not too long ago, and someone in my chat had said, "You said that," and I instantly thought ghost chat.
Happened to me. I thought it was normal. No, it's so ghost chat. Yeah. How do you speak to 0 viewers or a chat of only lurkers?
So this is really interesting because I think it makes a difference on whether or not you started a community, because I did not have that issue when I debuted. I had a very active chat. Like, I can understand the lurker part. I can understand the lurker parts because there's people who lurk, because there's some people who just want to enjoy your presence.
Yeah.
And they let you play the game or they let you do whatever it is you're doing. But I have yet to really have that issue of 0 viewers and 0 chatters. But I know that my sister with her debut group it's probably going to be there for some people.
Might be that, yeah.
And it's just really a matter of like, are you going to stay quiet the whole time? Or are you still going to chat as if there's 1,000 people watching?
So Era is an amazing advice. Just think you're recording for YouTube. You don't have chat or instant feedback when recording. And Bunny says, I think I just concentrate on my games a bit more.
So those are both great things. Like, I think you should definitely like pretend or like imagine that you're recording for YouTube. So you have to constantly be talking.
So I've been...
Bunny was that comment of like, it's just concentrate on your game. I'm the type of person who, if I concentrate on my game, I am not speaking. I'm just so focused that I just don't talk. So that is that's backfires on me.
What if you do a just chatting stream? You don't have a game to focus on. What do you say then?
If it's just chatting, then I have a
the ad.
No, I got an ad.
And to speak about Bunny behind her back. When I started streaming for 2 months, I had 0 viewers. Nobody was there. And every once in a while, I had 1 viewer. And actually, I got viewers with games that I didn't like. So...
Oh, that's funny. That's sad, but it's funny.
Hey, Ray. So I played FTL, and I didn't like anything about the game. But suddenly there was one person in the chat who's constantly helping me and giving me advice. And that's great, but I don't enjoy the game. And at the end, he's like, "Oh, next week or tomorrow you're gonna play FTL again." And I'm like, I don't know. And it happens every time. I was like, maybe 1 viewer about the game I don't like, but usually no viewers. And I was in theater, learned acting, and I was a magician for a while with card magic. I turn off the viewers numbers because it makes me self-conscious to see the numbers. Exactly. Getting a really interesting topic I want to see. Let's go. Did you steal my podcast idea, Mimic? Well, Ray, we planned this podcast for a while. You didn't know? You didn't see the advertisement on my stream? I gave you good names though. Ray is also gonna start a podcast, and you might be a guest on our podcast in the future. You know, we're gonna have guests.
Yeah, we will have guests.
Hey,
yeah,
glad to see you guys again. Hey, what's up? What's up? Ray, I gave him a name, GNG, Gamers and Goblins, for his podcast.
I like that.
He's a goblin. Biggie, welcome to the party.
Biggie_B_C, welcome to the party.
There's something super obscure that I think you guys might be interested. Give us the thingy. Or might get kicked out of. Now let me have it. What I was saying? What the numbers, right? So I was a magician and in theater, and then you have to perform to the mirror or to 0 audience, and you speak to them like there's audience. So when I started, I was saying to myself, I'm going to be like those HoloLive VTubers, like Gura and Kiara, and I'm gonna speak to chat like there's 1,000 people right now live, and And I was talking like, hey, thank you. Oh my God. Hey, X, thank you so much. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, listen, I'll explain, chat. This is what I'm gonna do. And I did it. And you can watch my first streams in YouTube. They're so cringe because I'm speaking to no one. And sometimes someone would enter the chat and ask me, are you streaming on someplace else? Who are you talking to?
And that's kind of funny, actually.
I would say, I'm just practicing.
It's so funny that you think like that.
A toy company sued the United States because they were taxing their toys as dolls, and they argued that they were action figures, and they actually won the case. Imagine being a lawyer who goes to the Supreme Court and arguing that shit. That sounds fun. So that thing I practice, and one day when I actually have audience, I'm kind of used to the interaction. You know what you can say, what you can't say, how to interact with people. Now though, if I have lurkers suddenly, a ghost chat, I don't know what to say. I have to go back to that mentality. Like, wait, how did I speak to no one? What do we do? Like this podcast relevant to my hobby. Yeah, this is because Nix and I think many people, I saw Spaghetti say that today, and Ray said that yesterday, that in a way, there's so much stuff that we want to get out and speak of. So it's great to have a podcast and speak to people about that. So how do you have lurkers chat? How do you deal with that?
In my chat?
Yeah, when you have a lurker chat, what do you do?
I feel like I have a lurker chat a lot, and I feel like most of the time that's because I don't know if this is like accurate or not, but I feel like sometimes like my chat just wants me to play the game, or like they're just listening. I do say like my chat becomes a lot more active when I'm playing horror games. But when it comes to like other games, like recently I was playing like Assassin's Creed or like other like games that like you need voice acting. My chat will kind of just they'll listen. Like they'll tell me like they're lurking. And I'm okay with that. Like I don't always need an active chat. Sometimes it's just kind of nice to enjoy their presence, knowing that they're there, and play the game, and then be like, guys, do you see what's going on? Like, this is very questionable. And then like sometimes someone will say something, sometimes people won't say anything. Or like sometimes they'll just put emotes, and that's even more than enough. They don't need to say anything. I'm okay with a quiet chat. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Most people aren't.
Also, there's the thing is that many of our viewers are also streamers, also VTubers. So yeah, you need to understand that sometimes they came from other VTubers communities. So let's say I have a follower from Nix's community. I've just been looking through Nix's channel. Yeah. Nix, she couldn't stream this today because of internet, no Wi-Fi. So please give Nix gifts on her throne. Buy her stuff. Thank you, Rio, for the
I told my Discord already that we had
for the hydrate. Finally, I found it while browsing your model made me interested. Wait, me or Nix? Spades? Yeah, the Mimic model. Now with extra googly eyes.
I'll give Nix granola bars.
Do it. You Mimic, let's go, Spade. Thank you so much.
Wait. I need to go to the bathroom again. Hold on. I have a small bladder.
Do it, small girl. In the meantime, I will show everyone my original model. Mimic. To those who don't know, until about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was this dice. Very dice. I was this dice. Hello, Mimic dice. But then I became human. That's the original model. We put it on Nix's head. Ha ha ha. I'm gonna be here on Nix's head. I'm a lurk and eat. Good luck, Ray. Eating, thank you for the lurk. Gotta appreciate the googly eyes. They add so much. Chopped toast Nick. Still waiting to see those granolas. The OG of Mimic. Yeah. Secret. I didn't know what VTuber I want, and I didn't have money for a full model, so I just went with a small model, and it's basically a head. It's just a head, not even half body. It's just a head. Look,
Just
it's just a head.
okay. I'm back.
I gotta get the head out of here. Whoop.
What did I miss?
I show them the original Mimic, Dice Mimic.
Gotta appreciate I love the googly eyes. We were doing that before stream, and I was just laughing because I love the googly eyes. They're great.
The one time I logged into Twitter, I found that I'm apparently well, it happens. But you know what?
That's a good thing.
Yeah. Nix, did you change something in your microphone? Can you like mess with the wires a bit, because I hear you from one ear.
Oh, I didn't do anything. I just came back. I haven't touched anything.
Keep speaking. Say count from 1 to 10.
Hello.
Oh, now it's
hello,
fine.
everyone.
Maybe it
okay,
was my earphones. So, do you want to go to the next subject? See, we have some good stuff. Actually, I want to jump to 10 to trauma dumping. What do you say?
We can jump.
Let's jump. Let's see what
Let's
we
jump
cover.
to 10.
Yeah. Guys, we're going to jump ahead to the 10th subject.
We have them in order of like how we wanted to like talk about things, but also at the same time, like we knew that we would like jump around.
Yeah. Jump topic. So we're gonna jump to a big messy topic that we've been, I think, I don't know about Nix, I've been dealing with this a lot, and that is how have you dealt with trauma dumping?
I have had it a couple of times. I won't say when. I've had it a couple of times, but I haven't had any serious topics. Yes, there was Lizard. There was a lot of preparation to this. There was a lot of calls, a lot of things prepared beforehand.
And it's all thanks to Nix. I would not prepare any. I would just jump into stream and do the podcast. Nix was like, "No, we need this and we need that." So we got music and we got the logo and we got all the assets. Nix pushed me to prepare. That's why I didn't Nix
did a great job on that logo. I love the logo.
Nix's parents did a great job on Nix. And now with this joke, we go into the trauma dumping. So what is trauma dumping to everyone who don't know? Trauma dumping is when you tell someone about something really bad, like really bad that happened to you, and they didn't ask for it. For example, let's say my grandfather died, okay? And that's good because both my grandparents died, my grandfathers died many years ago. Let's say my grandfather died today. Let's say my dog died today, right? I don't have a dog. I go on stream. Forget stream. I meet Nix on the street. Hey, Nix. And she's like, "Hey, Mimic, how are you?" "Oh, my dog just died. I was connected to the dog so much, Nix. I don't know what to do." And Nix, she was supposed to have a happy day. Now she has a shitty day because she needs to bear that trauma dump that I dumped on her. All right? So imagine you go on someone's stream and you write, "Hey," and I'm asking, "Hey, MS Elboim, welcome to the stream. How's your day? What happened today? Tell me something that happened." And he's like, "My dog died. I grew up with that dog. It was like a sibling to me. I cried for 20 hours. I can't sleep. I didn't eat." I'm actually typing this.
I see that.
And
that's why
my life is shit. I don't want anything. Not even a new dog. Can you help? Let's go even further, right? I see that. As a streamer, my stream is done. I'm like, oh, what am I supposed to do now? Right? So usually what I say is like, "Oh, that is so sad, but you know what? Maybe I hope I can give you like a few hours of happiness. You can forget your dog." That's usually what you do, and you move on.
Yeah.
Let's say they don't stop.
If that happened to me, I would be like, "Well, don't think about the sad times now. Like, think about like all the great memories that you made. Like, don't hold on to like sadness.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to hear, but like that's kind of like what you need to do.
Error, damn, that sucks. Anyway, I got a legendary in Diablo 3. It's really hard because let's say I play Diablo 3, right? And someone goes in and tell me about their breakup or about their dog dying or about anything else. Let's bring up Rage Shadow Legends.
Go straight into the ad. Yeah, we have Rage Shadow Legends.
Arrow, the ultimate dodger. You can't keep streaming like normal. My response: this is rough, buddy. Goes back to the game. Yeah. Now here's the thing. What if you try that and they keep talking about the trauma? They don't stop. What do you do then? It just don't stop. I had cases, a few. I can like 3 or 4 cases of my entire chat trying to help that person, and that person would not listen. It happened to me. Funny-chan, good morning. That's for like 3 years. Yeah, Arrow is known to deal with that shit because when you have more time, you get more people. And I think I speak a lot about bad times that I had in life. I remember that time. Oh no.
Oh no. Welcome, Peony.
Yeah, no names, by the way, no names. And if you think I talk about something specific, I could be talking about someone else because I had a very similar case happening multiple times. Thing I didn't do, but I think I should do in the future, immediately tell the person, listen, I really want to help, but I'm not qualified and I don't want to give you bad advice and I don't want my chat to give you bad advice. So please feel free to send me a DM and we'll talk about this later. And in the DM, you're going to tell them, please seek therapy because you are not a psychotherapist. You're not there to help those people. And how do you feel if you offer a sponsor from a law firm? Here's something, what's up? I don't know. It's completely unrelated to the topic.
I feel concerned. I would feel concerned if a law firm was going to sponsor you.
Oh, wait, Nix. That's unrelated to the topic, right? That's like trauma dumping in a way, not a bad thing in this case, but it's like trying to. Here's the thing, right? After dealing with trauma dumping a bit, it's not the trauma that's the problem, and that's weird saying that. It's not the trauma that's the problem. It's imagine that you're on a stage in real life. You're an actor on a stage, and suddenly, someone gets on the stage, pushing you away. And saying it's my show now. It's someone.
I feel like it's not really just that though.
It's the dumping. It's
the dumping. It's also kind of like the I'm trying to figure like how to word it. It's just kind of like you're already in a safe environment and going into someone's stream knowing that it's gonna be safe. You're there because you want to watch them. You're there because you know that they are going to bring you content and give you content that you're going to be happy with. And then suddenly someone comes in and they trauma dump. And then you're no longer in an environment that you feel safe in.
So it was your chat and now it's, now they brought like this pile of dung into your house.
Yeah, and it's just kind of like that change of an environment that you don't want to see or feel. It's more of that than really like the trauma dumping itself. Because like you've been forcefully pushed out of your comfort zone because of another person, whether you're a viewer or whether you're the streamer. It's I wouldn't say unnecessary emotion, but it's an emotional presence that you weren't expecting.
I couldn't care less if people were complaining or dumping anything on me, but hearing how someone is suffering is the part that can bring you down as a person. Yeah, it can ruin your entire stream.
They really could.
I think
whether or not
this is what I'm trying to say. Yes, the trauma is a big part, but I think for me at least, the real issue with trauma dumping is people trying to make your stream about themselves. People trying to I'm playing Diablo 3 and they want me to talk about the dog. They want me to be a psychotherapist and listen to them being said about their dog dying. And that's the dumping part, basically. They force everyone in chat and me to make this about them. And it's not about them, because the people who come to watch me play Diablo 3 want to watch me play Diablo 3. People who watch Nick's stream ASMR, study ASMR, they want to hear Nick's keyboard strokes. They don't want to hear Nick's talking about this random person's dog dying.
Exactly. And like, I would say, like, someone's dog dying is still on the nicer end of certain things.
Oh yeah, I'm going dog dying because it never happened. And usually it's people dealing with breakup, depression, heavier stuff.
Much heavier things, and that drives a completely different kind of environment too.
And you totally don't have to. You should redirect them to a channel. Yes. I want to talk about what WhatsApp is saying right now. If you keep telling them, please don't bring this in chat, and you have to tell them immediately, please do not bring let's have some fun here, please don't bring this in chat. We cannot, let me on this talk show. We're gonna talk about this later. VTubers, do we have that today? Viewers who want to go on voice chat.
Do we have that on today's list?
I think it's next time, or we can put it now. It's a good segue. But let's say what happened to me. So there was one person who gave some trauma, and I was like, please not on chat, because I don't want you to get a bad advice. Chat is not the right place for that. And they immediately apologized and like, okay, and done. They didn't mention this ever again. But I had someone that I multiple times said, please not on chat, and they kept going. And I should have typed /timeout username. I should have done this. And I didn't. And do not be afraid to time out or ban people who trauma dump your chat. It's really important. Since some streamers say, oh, X, we can't unpack this on stream, but if you want to vent, you can in my Discord venting channel. Yeah, I don't want that in my Discord as well, but I know that there's venting channels in Discord. The thing is that they won't stop. Nice things to do is talk to them later, distract them. I don't want to talk to them later because I'm not a psychotherapist. I don't want to carry that burden. I don't want to deal with someone else's poop. I don't want to wipe someone else's butt. You know? It's really a disgusting analogy, but I don't want to do that. I want to have fun. I want to play Diablo. I want to do tower raiding. I don't know. Now, if I ask someone, I do that sometimes. I call a vTuber who said they have a bad time, like, okay, tell me everything. Give me everything. That's, I want to hear. But what I'm saying is that sometimes people will trauma dump and they won't listen to your advice because they don't want a solution. They want to complain.
Not only just that, but sometimes people trauma dump because they're lacking attention. And so they come into a person's stream, dump their trauma, and they know that the streamer has to give them attention because they're dumping their trauma. It's a cry for help, but also not wanting the help. It's a cry for attention.
And I don't think anyone should have that on their stream. Unless your stream is specifically for that. Also, that's why I do so many collabs, because if it's very convenient to tell people don't do that when I'm in a collab. One example I always give, that's another months ago. I collab with someone and she was really adorable as Nyx. And one person in chat started simping for her, like badly. He would say stuff like, hey, do you want to DM me later? And here's my socials. And then I'm like, what is going on here? Is he hitting on the person I'm collabing with, doing a collab with me? That's so weird. At one point, he was telling me, oh, Mimic is crying because Mimic is salty. He's salty that she loves me and not him. I still remember that. Like it's now. That was so weird. I think one of the weirdest things someone ever said in my streams. And then I said, please do not simp on my collab partner. you don't know where she's been. She could be anything. And I'm like, make a joke out of it. And she joked back, and we kept going. And then they stopped. But that was so weird. So imagine someone in the chat right now. Let's do another typing. Oh my god, this Nyx person is so kawaii. Nyx wanna be my girlfriend. I will love you. I can't write. Love you every day, please. Here's my socials. Lemao. If we would go out, throw that stupid mimic. And so on.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure that person would be timed out instantly.
They should be timed out, yeah. Good morning, green mates. Nyx, oh my god, let me be more for all stuff on Throne. Yeah, you know what, Biggie, buy all of her stuff on Throne. I will make her go out with you on one date. I will do it. Oh my god, Nyx, marry me, we made for each other. Oh, like, brackets, jaking. Or not. What if, lol. What if, lol. Mommy, please.
Oh my gosh.
I think it's easier for me to time out people if there's a collab party. So if someone simps on Nyx, really simps on Nyx on my chat, and I can smell the manly hormones, I feel more comfortable saying don't do that, because I don't care about myself, but I do care about other people.
Yeah. I think like saying you're gonna time someone out is actually a lot easier than doing it. Because I could easily say that I would time someone out if I saw those messages. But I also had to remember that I have more than one viewer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There was a time in my chat where I had someone kind of yelling at me.
Hydrate.
And
thank you, Anton.
Thank you for the hydrate. I will not be hydrating for the rest of the day.
Oh, what's up? We can't see links. You can send them to one of the mods, and they will decide if they want to post it or not. If you send to me, I'll see it after the stream.
But I basically had someone who was kind of like yelling at me in my chat, and one of my mods had come on and said like, please don't yell at her.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely, this was during a collab, but I definitely should have just gone in myself and timed the person out.
Mm.
In the end, they were banned, but where's the eat food redeem? I don't know. Not there, not existent.
If you do a food redeem, I will just go and get food.
Yeah, go get food.
We can eat Nyx. But she can take mushroom form. And hey, hydrate, thank you.
Again?
Yeah.
I haven't put my cup down. Oh, I'm out of water already.
Already, go fill your water. I'm taking really small sips because I know that they love to hydrate. Cannibalism already. No, it's fine. Yeah, I'm a mimic. We eat people. That's bruh.
Yeah, that's funny. Mimic tried to eat me before stream.
Where's the legislator? Immunity from civil liability. That we're not gonna. It's not a lost stream. We're not gonna read that. I'll skim through it while Nyx is. That's one of the reasons I love. Let's stay. Notwithstanding any inconsistent provisions of any public or private, any special law, and person voluntary without the exception of monetary or. We're not lawyers. Although I do learn political sciences. I did have a few classes about law. So I'll read it later properly. Yeah, the laws have places. So yeah. Oh, I wanted to say something, but I forgot. God damn it. No, it was so important. Oh yeah. If you're like one or two people in chat, when you're really small, if you ban one of them, you lose all of your interaction. But if it's someone that's angry at you or messing your vibe, like yelling at you, like you said, what do you do? That's so confusing.
Yeah, like what do you do?
Yeah.
Like it's easy to say that you're gonna time them or you're gonna ban them, but like in that moment, you're also kind of thinking like if you have a collab partner and they don't know what's going on in your chat, or if you're doing it alone, you're aware of it. During that time, because it was a collab and it was an active collab where I was like talking with the other person, I kind of just made it as if that I didn't read it because there was other people chatting. And then I just continued to talk to the other streamer, making it seem like I wasn't giving attention to the chat, which is true and it's not. Like there is sometimes like I did miss like a couple of chats here and there from other people, but I went back eventually and I read it. And because that's normal, like you'll see a chat and then you'll go back and you'll realize, oh, I missed this chat. Let me go back and read it and then respond to that. But then this person just kept on asking and saying the same thing over and over again, to the point where the people in my chat had become uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's the thing. I had to ban most in real life people I know from my chat because they were really just hating. There were 7 of the viewers. That's a lot. That's a lot. That is crazy. Yeah. And I want to segue that to, why is my hand standing? What? I want to go down. Well, torch up. We got a torch now. Gotta cook Nix.
Don't cook me.
That's
my cousin.
My hand. Yeah, the Zoe will cook. Zoliander. A segue from that is how you deal with that in voice chat.
Ooh.
I had
Is that one of our toxics?
something that happened a while ago to my friend at work. Diplomacy. I feel like there's a ton of more context here that I know, but all people figuring out who the person is and how they work is a complicated matter. And WhatsApp summed the law thing. Basically, if you act in good faith, or if you're responsible, believe that a person is about to or in the process of killing themselves or is not able to consent to treatment, that person cannot be sued or charged criminally. So basically, if someone trauma dumps and they say that, for example, they're gonna kill themselves, we do our best, we kick them, and we're fine. Like, what are you saying?
If you act in good faith, or if you reasonably believe that a person is about to or in the process of killing themselves or is not able to consent to treatment, that person cannot be sued or charged criminally.
We or the person who does not give consent to treatment? We're still confused.
Who is this for? Is this for the person who's like trauma dumping, or is this the person who's giving the advice?
Are you saying that we must? The ads scared the living crap out of me. The person that wants to unalive themselves can't be charged. That's not.
I think I'm understanding it the other way. Is like you're giving advice to someone, and if they do that act, you can't be charged. Because how can you charge someone who's unalived?
Yeah, let's say, okay, let's take this a bit further, right? Someone goes into your chat and say, I'm gonna kill myself, okay? Something that another viewer said about you can be sued if you try to help and they don't want it. Oh, I see what you say. I see what you say. I see. They add here. We see. So, if someone... Oh my god, everybody's in ad hell. What a great timing. So basically, you do what you can as a streamer, and if you feel like there's a swamp too deep for you, you just don't drown them. Just get them. Welcome back. It's when they take a bad action because of your advice that can be sued. In general, I think, forget the law. I don't want to be responsible for someone doing something bad. So if someone brings a serious topic, let's not take it to suicide. Let's take it to love advice, right? Someone is broken up with someone and they come to me, Mimic, please help me. The correct answer would be, I'm not a relationship psychologist. Please seek professional help. Because I want to be supportive, but don't want to be giving bad advice. And buy subs, just buy subs. But if you sub to me, you have to sub to Nix as well. Follow Nix.
He is sub to me. He still gets ads. It's weird. Biggie is sub, but Biggie will still get ads.
You're supposed to get the first ad, but not ads during the stream. Or something like that.
Yeah, it's weird.
Moving to Russia, I don't get ads in there. But you have birds, you have snowbirds that can attack your home. An observer is in the area. There's a story that he punched birds. My therapist kept saying most of the worst advice come from your best friends with good intentions. Yes. And chat, think about it. You get an advice from a public chat, could get the worst advices ever. Snowbirds, not snowbirds, snowbirds. Snowbirds.
And like that you make a really good point too, because I refuse to listen to my friend's advice because I know that they're coming from they come in with advice with good intentions, and it's coming from their heart, but they will never understand the full situation as I do. And so they can only give as much advice as what they see from their point of view.
Especially if they're going to transfer the conversation to them, which also happens.
And it will happen too.
Yeah.
And so that's actually the reason why I don't take advice from people. Because I know myself better than anyone else does.
When it makes sense to remind people in a traumatic situation to breathe, you can never give full advice to someone, something like that. So you could never know enough, but they know their own situation. They come to VTubers for comfort. So don't give advice, give comfort. Thank you for the lyrics page. You can only give so much
comfort until someone takes that too far. That's the thing. You can give them as much comfort as they want, but one person will always go too far.
And let's be honest, again, it is not your job. You're a streamer. You're here to entertain, not to psychoanalyze people. If I'm playing Diablo 3, I want to play Diablo 3. I don't want to talk about someone's dog dying. Thank you for the lurk. Someone asked for my opinion. I give them my opinion and tell them, but at the end of the day, it's up to them what to do. That's why I have a professional therapist on speed dial. There's the hot numbers for that, not for the streamers. I think that you should always think to yourself. Should always be there at the end of the corner of your head, of your brain. Where's the dust? It's not our job. There's professional hotlines for that. Anyone who trauma dumps, tell them, please don't do this. I'm not qualified. If they keep doing that, time out. If they keep doing that, ban. And move on.
Exactly. Like there's going to be someone who is a professional who is there to help you. It really just matters if you want to reach your hand out and ask for that help. Just because there are streamers there who will give you the attention for that moment, that doesn't mean you're going to get the help that you need.
Lizard Daddy is saying something just magical. If you give a person comfort and they pay a little bit too much attention, and you pay too much attention to them on the stream, they will come back for more. I felt that. I felt that in my streams. If you deal with someone's trauma and actually try to help them on stream, they will come back for more. And next time, and other viewers who listen will also come back because, hey, we can trauma dump on that streamer.
Because they think because they've done it once that they can do it again.
Oh, I also want to go to the other side though. Never insult someone, a viewer on stream. Never attack them. Never go like, oh, hey, don't say that on my stream. You ruined my day. You are bad. I'm gonna ban you now. Never do that. You can silently time out them, move on, never speak. That's what I wanted to tell you. A while back, I did collab with many people. It was like a Jackbox or Gardic phone, and there were multiple people in voice chat. One person in voice chat was very annoying. They kept swearing at people. They kept chatting up people. They kept being very dominating and bringing everything about themselves. They actually screamed, "You shut up! I'm talking right now." It was very annoying, very, very annoying, and I didn't have the nerve to kick them off the voice chat, although I should have. Later, I told that to one of my mods, and the mod said, "Just tell me, and I'll kick them. I don't care. I'll tell them that they disconnected." So what I did was the kind of childish act. I muted them on Discord so nobody heard them on stream. And after they were done complaining, they just left. So they were there in voice chat just to give their opinion, like their stream. And sometimes, rarely, like once a month, that person would go to my chat like, "Hey Mimic, how's your day? Can I go on voice chat?"
See, at that point, I think they're just, this is my point of view. This is my opinion. This is no one else's opinion. I think at that point, they're just wanting to get attention from someone who has more numbers.
What do you mean? Oh, they want to interact, to be on a stream with someone who has more numbers.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with Nick.
At that point, because like if you're a small streamer, let's say like under 500, under 700, and you see someone who has an open voice chat when they're at 1,000 plus, doesn't matter, just 1,000 plus, they are gonna want to go onto that channel because they know that they're gonna be streamed to 1,000 plus people. The VOD is gonna be put onto YouTube to 1,000 plus people. They want to get their name, their voice, and their personality out there so that they can get more followers. Yeah, at that point, it's just clout chasing.
Arrow says the other direction. I don't think it's about numbers. They just want vent and go to the next channel. They just want someone to hear them. So I think it's two reasons. At that point, it's more clout chasing than wanted to be a viewer. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's
because
both.
Like you can go and like vent into people's channel, but the fact that like Mimic said like they come in every once in a while. If they had really wanted just to vent, they'd constantly be in your channel. But the fact that they're only there once in a while tells me that they're most likely a clout chaser.
So like cycling between other VTubers that they know and try to see where they can put themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely depends on the situation, Arrow.
Yeah. I also have someone who comes every once in a while and they check out if I collab with a cute girl. If yes, they stay. If not, they leave.
That's interesting.
I had people that, actually a lot of people, who after a collab with a cute girl immediately become her viewer, her usual viewer, and now they watch her and not me. Happens a lot. Which is part of, I also sometimes get viewers from other communities. That's the mix of communities.
It happens, but then like sometimes like once you start to notice like, oh, they're really only watching me for the people I collab with. That's kind of interesting. That's when you kind of like start to think of like, are they watching me just to see who I'm collabing with so that they can go like find more streamers?
Thank you, Biggie, for so much. Oh, Nix, are you gonna collab later? Are you gonna stream later today?
Okay, so my Wi-Fi is not fixed, but I'm supposed to help my sister set up her OBS to attempt to stream tonight.
So follow Nix's Twitter for more information.
Biggie, I will let you know in my Discord whether or not my internet is back.
Let's see. Oh,
have a good one, Biggie. Thanks for stopping by.
Have an amazing time. That's Nix's Twitter, and this is my Twitter, Discord, YouTube, and such. And Nix, you can post the Discord link of your community here in the chat as well, or send me on Discord, or I'll find your Discord. Just send me the link.
My Discord is linked in my Twitch. I can't exactly pull that up for you right now.
Go to her Twitter. On her Twitter is probably the link somewhere.
It's on my Twitch. It's on my Twitch in my About Me section.
Oh, perfect. Go to her Twitch. I'll do it.
I can't exactly give you a link.
Nix.
I would though.
So what I think, I'm saying that to myself all the time, but if I get any kind of trauma dumping or someone in voice chat that starts to be annoying, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna kick them out. And if they ask what happened, I will say that I didn't notice, maybe one of my mods did it.
Yeah.
Because these are things that we need to deal with after stream, not during a stream. Like Arrow said here previously, he's streaming. He doesn't want to deal with that kind of stuff right now. Copy link address. That is Nix's Discord if you want to join her server and be, what's they called? Mushrooms? Saplings? What's your...
Sporlings.
Sporlings! Also Hydra, thank you, Anthony. Our world is painful. Everyone wants to be a streamer or a VTuber, but how many of them really want to be entertaining? There is a reflection of this in the clout chasers. Everyone wants to get attention. They want to feel loved. Every human wants to feel loved, but everyone is alone in a sea of apathy. Yeah. Have you ever had one of the kicked people attacked a mod? Okay, listen. I didn't have a kicked person attack a mod, but there have been cases of me blocking someone and they started DMing my mods and collab partners asking to get back. And that was very annoying. Very, very annoying. I didn't like this.
I also had a similar thing where someone who was kicked actually went above and beyond. Instead of contacting like one of my mods or like other streamers, was they found me on other social media platforms.
Oh, wow. That's serious.
So they went above the other person. Like, instead of like going to like a third party, they still tried to continue to talk directly to me.
And that reaches, I think, the harassment, which, let's go with, do you want to choose the last topic, or do you want to go with parasocial relationship? Because I think...
Let's go parasocial relationship.
I think that's the most...
And then that will be the last one.
Yeah. Or we can go with the VTuber demands, and that would be the last one. We can leave parasocial relationship to next time, or do it now.
Okay, so we can probably do the parasocial relationship and the harassment together next time. So then let's do VTubing demands, actually.
Okay. Which kind of segues to that. So tune in next time for a conversation about parasocial relationships. Which is probably the most interesting topic in VTubing, for me at least.
Mm-hmm.
So, how demanding is VTubing? Physical, mental, and emotional.
I'll say we're both students, but we're in different programs. We have different amounts of work that we have to do. I can't say anything for your side, but my people in my chat know that I work multiple. And then I have school on top of that, and then I stream. And so, honestly, some of my friends from school know that I'm a streamer, and sometimes they watch too when they can. But they have told me that they are happy that I stream, because for me, it is a release, and it's a release of, I wouldn't say stress. Actually, yeah, it's kind of a stress reliever. It's a stress reliever for me. It allows me to just kind of calm down and just enjoy myself, enjoy my time.
Didn't know Nix was so busy. In general, though, VTubers are people. They work, they study. We're all busy.
Because my chat knows that I work maybe 30 hours a week on top of school, on top of streaming, and I have multiple jobs. And so, yes, streaming itself can be a mental toll, but for me, it's kind of like, this is my way to relax. This is my reward for having a busy day. But at a point, it also becomes, I have to be aware of, I took a break not too long ago. I took about a week and a half break because life was kicking me in the butt. And that's the only thing you can do. You have to take a break from streaming when you know that you have to focus on it. And you have to be aware of that. You have to be very conscious about yourself, about your community. And then one thing you have to know and realize is your community, whether or not they're active or not, if they really enjoy your presence, if they really enjoy your company, they will always come back. No matter how long you're gone for. If they really like you, they will come back.
Welcome back, Spade. Look, just talking about coming back.
Welcome back.
The only humans. One thing that really repeats, I want to try this again. I'm going to go visible in my Discord again, but I was online. I was invisible in my Discord for a month now, and I got much less spam because when I was visible, I would get requests to play with people off stream after my stream, or watch their stream. And I'm streaming for a long time. I'm streaming like 12 hours a day. After 12 hours of stream, the last thing I want to do is play a game with someone or hang out with someone off stream, unless it's someone that I really genuinely want to talk with. Like Nyx, for example, I can talk with her for hours even after I stream. But a general someone, someone that I met today, went on my stream, on my chat, said, hey, hello, I'm this and that. And now, hey man, do you want to play like Apex after that? No, I want to sleep. So
yeah,
since you see the streamer on the screen, you think, oh, they're probably only streaming, they don't do anything else. But we do a lot. I'm doing a thesis now for my master's degree. And I'll probably be doing this thesis for 2 years now. So I'm always gonna have other things to do. And
I'm also in a program that's taking a few years, and so I'm going to be busy for that as well.
Yeah,
it's just a matter of pacing yourself. Knowing when to stop and continue is really important.
And borders, and tell people yes and no, and knowing your red lines,
and knowing your boundaries of like, I right now only do 2 collabs a week. This week, I wouldn't call this a collab. I would say this is something that we've set up. So for me, this is not a collab. It is and it isn't.
Well, it is a collab. We're doing something together. Yeah. It's a collab.
Yeah, it is and it isn't, because I know that we will be doing it weekly. And so in my mind, it kind of turns into like, this is something I'm going to be doing. Yeah, it's going to be something that I'm doing. So I don't look at it in my schedule as a collab. Like, I don't view it as a collab. I view it as like 2 people are doing one thing together, even though that's technically what a collab is. But I have my limits of like, I do 2 collabs a week because of my schedule. And like this week I had a collab at the beginning of the week, and I have a collab tomorrow as well. But like in my mindset,
if you'll have internet.
If I have internet. Crap, I need to text someone.
What if Nyx never has internet ever again?
I need to text someone.
You're gonna see Nyx only in other people's chats.
But like I like, this definitely is a collab, but in my mind, I don't look at it as a collab, so that I can still do my 2 collabs a week with other people. Because I will not go over that amount, because it would be too much of a mental and physical toll on me. Because I still need sleep. No matter how much energy drinks or coffee I drink, I still need sleep.
And she doesn't sleep enough. How many hours did you sleep tonight?
Let me look. 5 hours.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's not bad.
And you can go 7. Go 7. Go sleep early. It's gonna be our challenge for today.
I think I'll probably sleep tonight.
But yeah, it looks really like we only stream, but there's so much preparation before the stream, and handling with so much technical difficulties and stuff and scheduling. There's a lot of physical and mental work. And then there's the emotional stuff, like we said, the trauma dumping, and dealing with all kind of parasocial relationship that maybe you're in love with someone, maybe they're in love with you. And it's something that female VTubers deal a lot with, is males slipping into their DMs and trying to hit on them. And there's so much mental and emotional stuff. No wonder people really burn up easily. There's so much graduating VTubers.
And I also kind of wonder if like a lot of that graduation is because they're uncomfortable.
I think
I wonder if that's one of the reasons why.
We have like 10 minutes left, so I want to end with something really positive and say that although we're talking about physical, mental, and emotional exhausting and so on, it can be really fun. I have met amazing people. I've done in the last 6 months, I've done like more than 200 collabs. I collab with more than 200 people. And that's, I met really, really bad apples, but I also met amazing people like Nyx here. And if I start shouting out the list of names of amazing people that I met, it's gonna be taking a long time. So
yeah,
as long as you manage to, I'll write down. This is the 3. It's my daily tip. Then Nyx will give us her daily tip. This is consistency, creativity, networking. These are 3 pillars. Consistency. You just gotta keep doing that, no matter what. Get up and do it. Creativity. Always try to break apart what you know and do something else, something new, something unique. And networking, do not be afraid to reach out to people. Even if someone says no, people reject you, go and meet other people. Never give up.
Mm-hmm. I think 3 things that I look towards when I stream is be happy with what you're doing. If you're not happy with what you're doing or what you're creating, you're not going to have fun. Don't look at stream. Okay, Mimic, this is going to go against like what you want to do.
Say it.
If you're streaming as a hobby, don't look at it as a job. Stream because you want to, not because you're forced to. Like Mimic, you want this to be like a full-time career for you, which is great.
Yes.
But for the people who see this as a hobby, as a short-term thing, you also have to remember that this is not your job. This is something you're doing because you want to.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you're streaming when you feel horrible, when you feel upset, or you're streaming just because you want the numbers, you should not be streaming.
I agree. But this is like going to work when you're sick. You're gonna infect other people. Maybe it's better to stay home today and rest. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like my biggest thing, which is like by that one time when I was not in the best shape to stream, I ended the stream and I said, I'm not happy with that. I shouldn't have streamed that day. I really shouldn't have.
Mm-hmm.
But I did. Because I was not happy with it. But now I look back to it. Now that I look back to it, it's a learning lesson.
So what's your three pillars? Happiness?
Happiness, reflection. Look back to your old VODs. Look back to like how your interactions are. And learn from that.
That's a good one. Never be ashamed in general, even after a stream. Even if you feel like it was terrible, keep it. Upload it to YouTube. Even if you unlist it or put it on private. I have many VODs that I post as I upload to YouTube as private. Even when someone tells me, hey, I want you to delete that VOD, I keep it. I upload it on private because I was there. I want to learn from that. I want to watch it one day and learn.
Mm-hmm.
And you have one more.
Let's see, one more. I would say prepare, but that's just a me thing.
No, it's a good one. Prepare.
Embrace the scuff.
Embrace
the scuff. Because of a request from a viewer, I actually have a scuff counter.
Scuff counter?
I have a scuff counter because that's how much scuff I have.
So do exclamation mark scuff and it says this amount of scuff was today.
It's more like exclamation techie, so it's technical issues because I always have them. But I embrace the tech issues because I know I'm gonna have them. Like today, like I woke up, no internet. I knew what was gonna happen, but I still tried my best to fix it. And then I contacted you saying, let's continue. We're gonna stream it on your side, and I'll do my best to figure out things out on my side. I embraced it because I knew that we were still gonna do this.
So follow these, and I think it's time to say goodbyes for today. I'm gonna keep streaming, but praise Nix. Nix is adorable, amazing, super sweet, also beautiful in real life. And she's a magical person. She's really a magical, hard-working person. I think she's very mature compared to many other people I see in this industry. And it shows. She's just overall an amazing person to work with, and I really hope that we get to work more. Speaking of which, Nix, next week we're gonna be on your channel, hopefully on Friday, I believe.
Friday, that's the plan, unless my schedule changes. But I will let you know.
Let me know, but it's gonna be Friday, 1 p.m. GMT, so 7 a.m. CST. And we're gonna talk about more stuff that we didn't get to talk about today. And if you guys have anything you want us to talk about, please let us know in either my socials or Nix's socials. Here's Nix again. Please follow her. It's really fun. Also, I can write Discord. Socials. And those who want to catch us later, I'm going to keep streaming now. Later, I'm going to stream on Arrow in a Nutshell's channel, who's doing the Collabo Betray VTuber gaming show that you can check out on his place as well. We're going to play Beacon Pies, a cool game. And after this, I don't know, maybe Scribblenauts being some... maybe it's time to finish Scribblenauts, or maybe Fall Guys a bit. Fall Guys is fun. I don't know. We'll see. I'll eat something, then we decide. But anything you want to say or ask about today's podcast, please don't be afraid to reach out to us. At least to me. I don't know about Nyx. Be afraid of reaching out to Nyx because she has a dark side that we don't know about.
Exactly. But yeah. I hope everyone enjoyed this first podcast. We'll be back next week with a surprise guest.
Oh, we have a guest next week?
Hopefully.
Let's go. We have a guest next week. If you manage to get someone at these weird times that we have.
I think so. For now, I think the people in the US is a no-go because everyone's sleeping.
Yeah, 7 a.m.
So we have to do someone either in the maybe AU or EU.
Or Asia, they also, it's evening for them.
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna play Fall Guys, I'll be able to join. Yeah, we can play Fall Guys together now. It could be fun. European also hard because school. But Fridays, 1 p.m. GMT should, I don't know. Maybe we'll just try and, we have both of us, we have schedules on Sunday, Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So if we can figure out someone who want to join us and they can only do it in a certain time, we'll talk to them. Right now, I think Nyx and I want to keep this in same time every week, ideally.
Yes, ideally, because that's what works best with our schedules.
Yeah, maybe we do one more show, just us, and then we start with guests. We'll see.
Oh, we can do that again.
Mm-hmm. But that was really fun.
It was fun. That was great.
Let me tweet. Here's today's lessons. Consistency, creativity, networking, happiness, reflection, and embrace this scuff.
You know what we should do? Since you did do the hashtag NVP on Twitter, one thing we should do is lessons to take away from our podcast and then put them on Twitter with the hashtag NVP.
Exactly what I'm doing right now.
Okay. We read each other's mind.
NVP, VTubers, what else? What hashtag could be? Let's see what's trending with VTubers. How about just stream? Twitch streamers. Stream.
There you go.
Streamer. Let's go with that. And let's put dice and a mushroom. Thank you to Nyx for joining me in the NVP. Still can write that. NVP podcast today. Next week we're on her channel on Friday, 1 p.m. GMT. Keep updated on our Twitter. Today's lessons. Consistency, creativity, networking, happiness, reflection, and embrace this scuff. And tweeted. This podcast was nice. Let's go. Thank you so much.
Let's go. This was great.
Here's a tweet to everyone.
I gotta head out now, everyone. Mimic, don't take this as a this was a bad collab. It was not. I just have a hard cutoff at 10 o'clock.
Listen, you already proved we're gonna do this for a while. I think you're okay.
But chat, it was great talking to all of you. I hope you guys enjoyed our first podcast.
Mm-hmm.
We will see you guys either on our individual channels when we're streaming this week, or we'll see you in next week's podcast.
Yeah. And thank you, Nyx, again so much for joining us. I will keep streaming while missing you. And have an amazing day at school and work and all the rest of the snow elf things that whether you chop snow and such.
Yep, I chop snow. We chop snow logs.
Choppy.
Yes. But have a good one, everyone. Bye-bye, Mimic. Bye-bye, chats.
Bye-bye. Oh wait, we gotta do like an end quote. Wait, say something that you say at the end of your streams.
Oh.
Zoe.
The thing I say at the end of my stream is good night, good morning, or good afternoon, or whatever world you come from. Have a good day.
Good day, Zoe. We'll miss you. Zoliander. Her name is Zoe now. We've decided.
Okay. Okay. Have a good one, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye, Nix. Ba-dum. Alright, time to say goodbye to the studio. I'm gonna grab something quickly to eat and I'll be right back. Give me like 2 minutes and I will see you in a bit.